Welcome to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Running pattern to Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Where we bring you the best in sports, entertainment, and insight. Join us every weekday from 2 to 4 p.m. as we break down the latest games, analyze the biggest plays, and dive into the hottest topics in sports. We'll have exclusive interviews with your favorite athletes and guests, and you'll get a front row seat to all the action. So tune in to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Got one-on-one going end zone. Edwards in the air. Oh, what a catch by Braylon Edwards. His second touchdown of the game.
On the Woodward Sports Network, where sports comes to life.
I told you if I was going to ever wear a Detroit Lions jersey, it would only be one individual, and that would be Brian Branch. So here it is, the blackout Detroit Lions, Brian Branch, represent. And this is for all you guys that hate on me for wearing my New York Jet stuff, even though I am a New York Jet. Here you go. You guys happy? I can tap into the city. Welcome into the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep. Shep's not in today, but a familiar face nonetheless.
I don't know, man.
It's my guy, Anson Wells, Michigan State's finest. How you feeling over there, big guy?
You know, I get all these hot takes.
Hot takes. We're still doing
Week
takes
after
in 2025.
And I don't get to share them with anybody.
Right.
And I will say, so many things have culminated to this day for me to be on this desk. I'm going to be spewing some seriously hot takes for 2 hours.
All right. Well, we're going to have a lot of fun doing that, man. And I welcome in the rest of the show. Ryan, my audio guy. What's up, brother?
Oh, what's up? I totally forgot that Anson's levels have to go way down in terms of the board.
I don't know.
And Shep's, because Shep's are always have to be so tall because
he speaks.
Shep talks so quiet, and Anson.
Well, are you talking about Shep when he talks like this?
I think I'm deaf in my right ear right now. I forgot about that.
I've been told I'm loud.
Who told you that?
I've been hearing it.
What?
Sounds very
Anson loud? No. That can't be. Kool-Aid, my right-hand man in the TD booth, too. Kool-Aid, is Anson loud?
Oh, Anson? Anson? What?
Oh, loud?
Not this
Come
guy.
on.
We could be talking Pistons today. I'm getting real loud.
Hey, I wonder if the chat kind of knows like what's on the way. Just a little bit.
There's so
Even if
much
it's
on
5
the way.
minutes.
I'm
Even
hyped.
5. But
I'm
feeling
hyped.
good.
And shout out to AMX Record, Rally, Renan, and Robert, Detroit Vintage Techno, hooking us up once again today. It's been a while, but you guys know anytime you see me with Bray, I got some for you. I got that Braylon autograph. Oh, I also have a Darren McCarty.
I saw that. That's actually pretty cool.
OHL minor league card.
Wow.
He autographed that for you too. So you're getting the t-shirt, it's an XL, and you're getting our 2 biggest legends autographed on their cards. It's going to be a good day.
Well, you know what? Friday has become one of my favorite days. Like, even more so than it just being the end of the week, even though, hey, this is Friday, this is movie day, the Tigers play tonight. We'll get into that. We'll talk about what is a fair expectation for what Skubal should do tonight. What is fair for the man that we call the best pitcher in baseball? But the Tigers play tonight. The weekend's here. The weather's still beautiful. But it's something about Fridays that has just gotten a little bit better. I think it's because we now do the Smoothie King High School Athlete of the Week. Awesome. We started it last week. Love our partnership with Smoothie King and love our partnership with the Lee Foundation. And because of that partnership and the Lee Foundation brings valuable perspective to the selection process, helping us highlight a diverse range of sports schools and inspiring stories across southeastern Michigan. Now, this week, we have a new Smoothie King High School Athlete of the Week. It is none other than a volleyball player, and not only a volleyball player, ladies and gentlemen, she's a freshman. Put the graphic up there, Kool-Aid. Let's give her kudos. As you see it, 100%. Kate Berghoff is a standout freshman volleyball player who embraced a new challenge this season by switching to the libero position. Her dedication, adaptability, and relentless work ethic have made her a vital leader on the court. Kate's passion for the game and commitment to her team make her the deserving choice for High School Athlete of the Week, brought to you by Smoothie King. And you see your stats: 40 digs, 6 assists, 2 aces, a 4-0 record. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring in Kate Berghoff today. Kate, how's it going?
Hey.
Congratulations. So tell us about your 4-0, 40 digs. We see the stats. Talk about what's working for you this year and your team.
Just what's really working is just I feel like we all just kind of put our heads together and just work. And you know, we put in a lot of work and practice every day, and I think just all 13 of us girls are working so well together, and being able to lean on my girls, is just working really well. So.
I want to highlight something. Well, we mentioned freshmen. Last year, our Smoothie King High School Athlete of the Week was a senior. You're a freshman. I remember what it was like trying to play as a freshman. Although I did great things in high school and in college, guess what? I didn't play when I was a freshman. I didn't get a chance to start like you. Talk about what it means to start and play as a freshman, because it has to come with a lot of responsibility for a 14-year-old.
Yeah, so it's definitely a big step up, and I think just coming in as a freshman is already just a really big move. And it just means a lot, and I'm just really grateful and fortunate that I'm just like able to have this opportunity and having the coaching staff and the teammates that I do. So yeah.
So Natalie, right now we're talking. What made you choose volleyball over basketball? With the hype right now around Caitlin Clark, Juju Watkins out of USC. It seems like basketball is a popular sport. However, so is volleyball. What chose volleyball for you?
I started playing volleyball kind of right when COVID hit. I didn't have much to do, so I really needed something to kind of get into, and volleyball started to get really popular, and I went to a camp, and I was just, like, this is it for me, and I just really want to continue this, so.
So how's your academics? Let's talk about the classroom as well. We want to do your parents proud. We want to make sure we talk about the books, because I understand the curriculum at Mercy is it's pretty high. It's pretty high level. How are your grades?
So I do have good grades this year, so
Okay.
far. So that's going really good. Just really trying to get my homework done, making sure I'm not falling behind with athletics and stuff. So yeah.
So now Smoothie King, as being the high school Smoothie King Athlete of the Week, which you are, 2026, you'll receive free smoothies all year long. They give you a smoothie card, and you'll be able to tap in and go to wherever you want and get smoothies all year long. So a lot of car rides with your girls, picking up smoothies and proteins. I love what Smoothie King has done with their menu. The smoothies, they're very good. You got to try them, and guess what? You'll get your card. You'll be able to try them all year long. And also, you'll get some of that merch. Smoothie King has some dope merch, so we'll get that to you. Here's some fun stuff. If you could go to a concert right now, what would that concert be?
I would love to go to the Drake concert.
Oh, okay.
I think he might be going back on tour, so could possibly get tickets to that. So that would be really cool if I could go to that.
He's had a big hiatus. I definitely think there are a lot of people that are waiting to see him when he comes back. What Drake album is your favorite? What songs? What album?
I don't know. I'm not like a huge Drake fanatic, but I do really like the song Feel No Ways.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite songs. I'm not a really like heavy rap kind of person, but I like more of his chill songs, so.
I like more of his chill songs as well. All right, next contest, next team, who do you guys play, and what's the scouting report?
So, I think our next like official game, I think, is districts. I think that's kind of like game, but we do play in like a quad and a try and then another power series, which is like a tournament on the weekend. So we'll find out our schedule more closer to those dates, but a lot of us like to watch film and stuff before going into games just to get the other team's tendencies, just kind of know what they like to do and prepare ourselves. So.
Now, Kate was instrumental in her the team's success at the Motor City Power Series. Mercy went 4-0, wins over Eisenhower, Brighton, North Branch, Traverse City Central in the 4 matches. Kate totaled, as we said, 40 digs, 6 assists, 2 aces. Kate was also the key factor in Mercy's third-place finish at the nationally renowned A6 Challenge at Mother McCauley. How was that tournament? What was it like? You finished third. You guys go 4-0. I don't necessarily understand how it works. Break it down for us and how a tournament works and how you guys actually did.
So it was a 2-day tournament. So we played 2 teams. One of them was out of Florida and another one was out of Illinois. And we won those 2 games. And then the next day is like bracket play. So that's based on how you did the day before. So going 2-0, we were in the gold. So we played Marist and then Assumption from Kentucky. And then we played like Divine something from Wisconsin.
Okay.
And so we won our first game on the second day. We lost the second one, but we still had to play a third, and we won that to finish third place. So it was just a bunch of super competitive games, and it's so fun to play teams from different parts of the country. So it's a great opportunity.
What's the experience like? You know, when you play against teams from other states, you get a chance to see a little bit more of a different culture outside of Michigan. What's it like, and who's been your favorite team to play against based on their energy or how good they were?
I would say probably my favorite team that we played was Marist I think they were out of Illinois, and it's just a different energy playing teams like that, and just it's so different than just playing teams in Michigan. It's like almost indescribable just how competitive and how energetic it is. So it's a great environment.
Talking to freshman from Mercy, Kate Berghoff, who is our Smoothie King High School Athlete of the Week, having some conversation, talking about some of the games she's had and talking about education. But also, you see this shirt that I'm wearing. It's called a jersey. It's the Detroit Lions jersey. Let's talk a little Lions. I understand you and your father, you watch some games, you dial in a little bit. What do you think about the Detroit Lions this year, who are 4-1 and number 1 in the NFC?
You know, I do have a bias. I think that the Lions are going to win the Super Bowl every year, but
girl.
There we go.
Bring her on every week.
100%.
Yep. Yeah, I love watching the Lions, and they just have such a good energy in their team, and they just work well together, and I just love kind of their team atmosphere and everything. It's great. So.
Hey, Kate. We appreciate having you on the show. Thank you to your parents for allowing you to come on and be the Smoothie King High School Athlete of the Week. Before we let you go, is there any shout-outs you want to do, anything that you want to say, anything you can say to the people right now?
Just a big thank you, obviously, to my parents letting me come on here, and a big thank you to my coaches for all their support and just trust and belief in me as a freshman. It's huge, and also all my teammates, so love you guys. So,
Kate, you have new fans and new supporters here at Woodward Sports. We will be supporting you for the rest of the year, and we expect and we hope great things from you in the years to come. Congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
No problem. We appreciate you. Again, that's Kate Berghoff, who is this week's Smoothie King High School Athlete of the Week. I am super enjoy doing this.
I hope Michigan State was watching.
Let's go. I hope
Michigan State's watching. Get that girl.
100%.
Get that girl a scholarship.
Is it just me, or is the professionalism or the maturity of the athletes today just so much more through the roof? It's what they deal with. Maybe it's social media and how serious they are at an early age. Like, you couldn't tell me she's not in college right now getting ready for her sophomore
like her first
year.
Interview. That's for
100%.
Sure.
She was elite.
Yeah,
she's elite at 14.
And I think one of the things that
respect to her parents
really
too,
resonated with me was she just kept talking about the energy of different people, different situations, different tournaments, and for a young woman of 14, she gets it.
Yeah, one thing about it too, as I bring in Ryan, whose mom has a little bit of experience in this field, I should have had you ask a question. I dropped the ball on that one, but she kept mentioning 4 letters that are very, very similar to what the Detroit Lions, what their identity is. It's the team. Like Bo Schembechler could say years ago, the team. She mentioned team at least 4 or 5 times.
Teammates.
That's how you win. That's how you win, Kool-Aid.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how you win.
I was just gonna say I was gonna bring that up too, and that's one of the cool things about this panel is a lot of us have been on team sports, and now we all get to work together as a team too. And to hear her talking about that, while she's the one being highlighted, she said, "You know what? It's really about what my girls are doing to help me be in these positions. It's really about what we're doing as a team." That, to me, you guys already know, that stuff gets me fired up.
She's going to go far.
Congratulations. Yes, she is. 100%, Ryan.
Yeah, so, again, if I'm secretly good at a sport, it's volleyball. My mom's
Talk to me about it.
My mom was a high school coach before I was born, and she's now a middle school coach at our local high school. And I just want to put this into a little bit of perspective for you guys. A freshman libero.
Okay.
That is
break it down.
That is basically a quarterback, a point guard. That's impressive. A freshman libero, and then you see the 40 digs, right?
Right.
Yeah, 40 digs. That
6
means
assists
she's got some grit. That means she's diving on the floor all the time. Those are impressive stats, especially as a freshman. So that's astonishing to me.
The wrong person was interviewing her.
Yeah,
I was like, what the hell is a libero?
And you know what? And that's all my fault, because we had this conversation before we went on the show, and
I had
he
a
was
good question
he was
too,
supposed to
Bray.
be the guy.
I had a good question too.
I don't trust your question sometimes. What were you gonna ask?
I was going to ask her, and this is one of my favorite questions.
Anson to set you up, get you in
no,
trouble.
anytime that I meet somebody that loves basketball, my first question is, who was the player that made you love the game? A lot of people say my dad, but I want that first professional that made you believe in yourself to be a player, whether it be just as a hobby or whether it, for somebody like Kate, as an actual aspiration and a dream going forward. And I'm curious, is it somebody like Caitlin Clark? Is it somebody within her sport?
Yeah.
I'm just curious who it was that inspired her at a young age.
What I wanted to ask is I watched what were they, Misty Man, Kerry Walsh. I think everybody watched them back in 96, 2000, 2004. But they were elite college volleyball players as well that turned to beach volleyball to play in the Olympics to further their careers, make money, etc. I should have asked her, like, what is the path for the future? Like, what are the plans? Obviously, get to college, but is there any plans to pursue this further?
Yeah, sure.
Or is it just a vehicle to get to college, to get the education, to get the degree, and then figure out what business road you want to work in?
I feel like you're real sneaky good at beach volleyball.
I am.
I like volleyball.
I bet you are. I could play some volleyball.
Because volleyball is an athletic sport.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have to be athletic. You have to want to dive on the floor. Like he said, you got to have that grit about you. It also
I'm
is
not
a team
diving
game.
on the gym floor. I'll dive in the sand.
Sand.
Exactly. I ain't
setup.
playing.
See, look at us. Because of the Lead Foundation, we appreciate you guys. We're bringing diversity to the show.
No doubt.
We're sitting
No
here
doubt.
enjoying.
We
and
haven't
talking
talked
about
a whole
the
lot
sport
of volleyball up here.
volleyball. Yeah, we will. But once again, you see it, Kate Berghoff. If you want to recommend, suggest anyone for the Smoothie King High School Athlete of the Week, all you have to do is scan the QR code that we will put up here when I do the Smoothie King read. Get people to this desk. Get people to the show because it's fun. Highlight your people. If they're doing great things like Kate, if they're doing great things like Tommy Carr, they deserve to be celebrated. They deserve to be highlighted. So take the chance and do it for them. Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I want to ask you about the Tigers. We know they play tonight. We know they're going Skubs. It's a Skubal start. What are the fair expectations for Tarik Skubal tonight as he takes them out? But before we get into that too, what are your favorite Tiger playoff memories? You only get 2. I only need 1. So we'll think about that when we get back, but we'll do a quick read. Let me tell you about Smoothie King. Smoothie King, the recovery, this is where winners are made. Recovery, that's where the winners are made. So that's why their ingredients in the smoothies now, they want you to recover. They want you to have the right things inside the body, like fresh ingredients, like fresh fruit, like protein. They want to refuel you and get you in the game. Join me, download the Healthy Rewards app as well, and build your perfect post-workout routine with Smoothie King. And don't miss it. You saw it every Friday. We will highlight a new athlete, much like we did with Kate today. Nominate yours. There's a QR code above my head, but also go to Smoothie King. I'm telling you, their new menu, they are dialed into healthier brand of products. The smoothies are real, not like at other places. And you know the places I'm talking about. Dial in. Smoothie King High School Athlete of the Week.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Every Sunday, there's only one place to get all your kneecapping, hard-hitting Detroit Lions coverage. Start your Sunday with the Lions Weekly Report with Broder and Terry Foster. Then, the Lions pregame show with Neil Rule and Sean Baligian. At kickoff, keep it locked in for all the emotions of the game with a live watch party with the heavyweights. Then, recap the game with the Lions postgame show with Anson. Game days, there's no other place to be than Woodward Sports. Live all game day. Go Lions.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Tigers of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. This ball is gone. Boys are back in town. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports. Head to woodwardsports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. Woodwardsports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at woodwardsports.com. Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or bust Lions network.
Corporations, the government, even the insurance company will try to do whatever they can to minimize their liability. Don't let them. Make your first call to Vin Johnson, Vin Johnson Law. And then what you want to do is go to VinFights.com. Let Vin fight for you. He is the fighter. He want to make sure you get everything that you need and make sure the case, well, make sure it goes in your way. But you got to hire him. You got to make him your first call. You got to go to VinFights.com. He'll get you right.
Hey, if you guys were with us last Sunday, we were at Art and Jake's in Northville. There is no better place to catch a game in Michigan. They've got 6 locations, over 80 TVs at every location, wall to wall, 22 draft beers on tap. On that menu is crazy. Fan favorites like wings, wraps, and signature fairway burgers. 11-9, we will be at the Shelby location for the Lions. Woo! And then 11:25, we will be up in East Lansing for that U of M MSU battle. Don't miss their weekly specials like Rib Night Mondays and fajitas and margaritas on Wednesdays. Download the Art and Jake's app, join AJ's fan club, and make every game day a win with Art and Jake's.
Man, I can't wait for that.
Welcome back in. Great conversation with Kate Berghoff, who was Smoothie King High School Athlete of the Week. Once again, if you want to nominate somebody, scan those QR codes, get them in, because it is a great conversation and it is fun to have. With that being said, Tigers do play tonight. They're out in Seattle for Game 5.
Who? The Tigers?
The Detroit Tigers.
When are Tiger fans, when are Detroit fans going to absolutely jump in and buy into this team? They have to make it to the ALCS. Huh?
Okay. Before we get there, 100%. I agree. I see the angst. I like the conversation. I'll let you get that off.
Night and day from Shep.
But let's start here. Let's make this more fun. See, I'm going to calm you down before you get there, because there is some truth to what you say. What's your favorite Tigers postseason memory? It's so hold on. You got it. It's only one, and it's 2 plays or it's 2 moments that are disqualified. There's just, if you're old enough to remember '84, it's disqualified. And if it's Maggie,
you can't disqualify my greatest experience.
But hear me out. You have to give me a specific moment within 84 seconds. Give me a specific. All right, but and then Maglio is off limits because everybody's going to say Maglio,
wasn't even there for it.
Who is younger than 40.
May I?
You have the floor.
I'm ready, because when you brought this up before,
you have the
I
floor.
can remember it so.
Think of yours, which you may not have any.
No, I got a couple. I got a couple.
It was the last year Kerry Carpenter.
It's one.
Kool-Aid, think of yours too.
I was very, very young in '84.
Okay.
Didn't get to go to many games. My older brother was a big baseball guy before he became a big rock and roll guy.
Okay.
And so they got to go to a lot of games, and I got to go. I want it. Yeah, hell yeah. So I got a chance to go to Game 5 in '84, and absolutely, the moment that sticks out in my head is after we won. We were on the third baseline. My dad dropped down, and if you've never seen the video, there's hundreds, maybe thousands of fans on Tiger Field tearing up the Tiger turf and throwing it up to the stands. And my brother and I were hanging over the railing as my dad threw up Tiger turf to us. We each took ours home. He took his and put it in his little mini fridge. I put it in my mom's front yard, watered every day, and that tiger turf still grows there today.
It still does?
Absolutely.
Really?
Okay.
That's awesome.
And that was in October, man. I'm out there watering October, November.
Okay.
And it's still there.
I knew Anson was going to have something very, very, very momentous.
Now, on the way home.
I knew you would.
You said 2. So on the way
Go
home,
ahead.
I was begging my dad to stop because it looked like so much fun.
Yeah.
It was a riot.
Well, that's typically what teams do when they win championships in the 80s.
It was a riot, man.
80s and riot just went hand in hand.
Yeah, they did. I wanted to stop. He's like, no.
Nah,
go back to the burbs.
You know what that's called? That's called it's good dad.
Yeah.
That's called a good dad. He got you safely home. Kool-Aid, jump in for a second. Kool-Aid's over there getting that grub on.
Yeah. No. I was in
Just
here
get the little lunch in.
You know, for me, it might not necessarily be a play. So when you take
That's
Maggie
fine.
off the board, I had to think a little bit deeper.
And that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
I think back to Mr. Illich.
Okay.
Mr. I. Rest in peace. And I remember, I forget exactly which game it was, but I remember we clinched and the fans were going crazy.
Oh,
I
Yankees?
I remember Mr. I just being out there on the field, and it was older, and he was just like, yo, thank you to all my fans. Just thank you to all of the fans. And that hit home to me because, especially now, all the years in between that of ownership from all of our sports teams that felt like, do they really care? Is their heart actually in it? Mr. I, you could tell his heart was actually in it, and he wanted a championship so bad. He did everything possible. And in that moment, for me at least, I don't know why, but it just hit. I still remember that moment. I remember that interview on the field and his people being around him, helping him. But I love the fact that they just said, you know what, we're going to let him just kind of speak from the heart. And for me, I don't know why that just hit home so much, especially in hindsight, seeing what ownership has been in Detroit pro sports since then.
That's a really good moment. Kool-Aid always dives into the higher things. You know what I'm saying? He's always looking a little more deep than everybody.
I was going to go Magby on
No,
that.
but that's a good one. I'm glad. But see, I'm glad I asked that question because now I pulled that story out of you. Ryan, you're up. What's your moment?
So my moment.
When Miggy hit his 500th home run?
No. I do remember watching that one, but no. So my moment is the whole Game 4, 2012 ALCS where the Tigers clinched it against the Yankees simply because the going to school that day as like a 3rd or 4th grader, I was so excited. I've never experienced anything in my life in terms of like getting to a final game.
Yeah.
So excited for it. And I remember a conversation with my good friend Zach Slazak, and he told me, he goes, Ryan, we need to lose today. I go, what are you talking about? Why would we lose? He goes, well, if you go back to the 2006 World Series, we got swept. We swept the A's or whatever, and then we got swept. So he's like, we need to lose this game, then win Game 5. I was like, you crazy. We win it. And I'm so happy, and I talked to him. I said, told you we're going to win. And then we get swept by the Giants, so there's that one. And then number 2 is, you're right, it's the Kerry Carpenter one last year, simply because of who I was with. I was in my college house. We had a wellness weekend. So for people who haven't been to college recently, colleges have adapted wellness weekend. So we got, along with the Saturday, Sunday off, we got that Monday and Tuesday off. So what are you doing as a college student when you don't have class on a day? You're drinking. And me and my
It's up.
They call it wellness weekend. We called it welcome weekend.
Nah, it's up.
Well, we do have wellness or welcome weekends as well. But me and my 3 other roommates that I was with, we were watching, and I told them, I go, we're not scoring any runs off this. And I made a bet with one of my other good friends, Ryan Dombrowski, and
a lot of Ryans in your life.
Carpenter hits it, and I actually almost passed out because of how quick I got up and the alcohol's in the system.
Okay.
I had to sit down the rest of the game, and I like literally sat on the couch for like an hour afterwards to get myself back and moving.
I like this.
Yeah.
See, I like Ryan. Ryan's very honest with his stories. He's like, look, I was turned up. We having a good time. Hit the bomb. And, hey, look, man, I lost myself for a second. I almost passed out.
Let me squeeze in before you go here. We got a super chat from Michael Weary. Lolich winning Game 7, 1968 against Gibson was his. Now, as many of you know,
that's cheating.
First house
Mickey
my father
Lolich.
ever sold was to Mickey Lolich, which is 2 doors down from my mother. Still lives there. Family still lives there. Shout out to Mickey and Mrs. Lolich.
That was a fair jump in. I appreciate that chime in. This guy over here, you almost took mine. Mine's 2011 against the Yankees. So fast forward to the 2009 season, I get traded to the Jets, fall in love, make a home for myself, come back. They pick up my option year 2 in 2010.
You were a Yankees fan that quick?
Oh, well, I've always liked the Yankees. Like I like winners. Like, but you went on the wrong side. That's not where this story is going. Fast forward 2010, they pick up the option. And I think that I'm going to be a Jet for life. Like this is my city. I've always loved New York. I'm balling back-to-back AFC championships. Fast forward, season's over. Here comes the strikeout. They decided to pay Santonio Holmes in 2011. They didn't want to pay Braylon Edwards. That's fine. So you know how I am. F the whole city of New York.
I'm
like,
down with that.
F the whole city of New York. I don't want anything to do with
New York peasants.
100. Bring on the peasants. Bring on the New York peasants.
They're coming back soon.
So when I get to San Fran, playing for the team, playoffs come around. Guess who the Detroit Tigers have to play that year? None other than the New York Yankees. We lose game 1, we win 2, we win 3, we lose 4. Oh, here we go. Now I got to lose to New York yet again. But not so fast. Thanks to my man Doug Fister as well as Valverde, Jose Valverde with the closeout, and we get the win. So I beat the Yankees after they didn't want to bring myself back to New York. So that was my moment. The Yankees losing to my city.
Hell yeah.
To my city.
Hell yeah.
So that was my
Detroit to
Tigers
the core, brother.
moment.
Yo, we got
Detroit
a
to the
Doug
core,
1,000%.
No doubt. No doubt.
Go ahead. We got anything in the chat? Anybody got their moments?
We do have some super chats in there as well.
Hey, before you hit those, I got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
You want to do the wheel, or you want to give this prize to the best chat of the day?
Best chat of the day.
All right, let's do that.
Best chat of the day.
Bring it, guys.
Best chat of the day.
Definitely. We do have Dante151.
Dante, what's the word?
$4.99 super
Always.
chat. He actually sent in 2 of them. So I'm going to read the first one, and then the second one is his 2 favorite Tiger moments. His first one, and he's number 1 in the chat, obviously. He says, that Black Lions jersey looks good on you, Braylon. Also, Anson, who should I start in fantasy at QB between Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold?
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield.
I got Baker, too. So Baker. And then the second one, $4.99 super chat. So that's back-to-back ones in the Dante151 chat system here at Woodward Sports. My 2 favorite Tigers memories is where the Tigers eliminated the Yankees from the playoffs and the Maglio game-winning home
Maglio was
run.
off limits, Dante.
He sent that in first before he set the rules.
But you know what? It's off limits to us on the desk. Those sitting in, you can say whatever your moment is, 100%. Because, that Maglio moment was incredible. I wasn't here. Where was that when Maglio hit that bomb? I was in Seattle.
I just remember Placido
I was playing for
Polanco,
Seattle
bro.
at the time. It was
Sea chickens.
Skipping down the line
100%. 100%.
It was epic, man. And shout out to Michael Wary with another $2 super chat. He's number 2 in our chat, family.
Speaking
of
epic,
thank you guys for honoring our students.
And I appreciate
and thanks
that.
Smoothie
Thank
King,
you.
man. It's amazing what they're doing. Free smoothies for a year. You think that's not going to help?
And merch. Like, the national brands now, the merch is through the roof. So when you say merch, like, it's going to be dope. It'll be hoodies, it'll be quarter zips, it'll be T-shirts, shorts, whatever they have. They're going to make sure it's right and make sure it's legit. Let's get to the game tonight, though. Let's talk a little bit about this because obviously I want to talk Lions. You know who's not over there, so let's talk a little bit more football while Shep's gone. Just joking. Just joking. Now, shout out Shep. We'll talk. We'll get Lions after this conversation. We'll make sure the last hour plus of the show is the Detroit Lions, the NFL. It's what's talking. What needs to happen? Because I got 5 things that need to happen for the Detroit Lions to win this game against the Chiefs, who are coming off 2 losses in a row. Let's talk about the big guy. You talked about guys that move the needle. You talk about the guys. It's Tarik Skubal for this the Detroit Tigers team. It's Skubal. So much is being made of what Skubal should do tonight. What's the expectations on Skubal tonight? He should play. He should go through 8. He should go through 7. He should do a complete game. He should pitch dominant. It should be 15 strikeouts. It should be. We know how good he is. We know what he's been all season. We know where he had a little bit. Some things here or there. One of the most notable is just not getting the runs, not getting the bats from his teammate. But what is the fair expectation for Tarik Skubal tonight as he takes them out in Seattle, 8:08, Game 5, the ALDS? What's a fair expectation for a Tarik Skubal performance tonight? Anson Wells, I'll start with you.
See, and I know you get frustrated with me when I do this.
No. I have nothing to say.
I don't believe that the word fair can come into this
situation. What's the next bit? You're right. You're absolutely correct.
And it's a very serendipitous
so drop that
situation
word
right now because, you have a guy who hasn't beaten this team all year long with the Mariners versus Skubal.
Yep.
You have a guy that is about to enter his last year of his contract, a guy that already said no to the opening offer that the Tigers made, and a guy that resoundingly an entire city feels will be dealt after this season.
Yeah.
So now you're in a situation where you can get past where you got last year. You have one game to do it. Guy lost Game 5 last year, lost his first game in this series. You get to put him out there, and he gets to answer every single question that everybody in this fan base and everybody nationally has for him. And it's unfair because realistically, if you're the Tigers, you put him out there for 120, 135 pitches because all you have to do is make the ALCS, and this is a successful season. If this guy goes out and loses this game, now you can trade him and you can explain it to your fan base. If this guy goes out and wins the game and you can't play him until Game 3, 4, maybe even 5, doesn't really matter. This is a very unfair situation that is perfect for Tigers brass. You let him go out there, and you have to drag him off with an actual cane hooked around his neck like they do in the old school stage to get him out of this game. You let Skubal leave it all out there. Maybe this is his last time in a Tigers uniform, but it's an unfair situation, Bray. And I'll tell you what, I think that Skubal absolutely loves it and will embrace it, and I think that we see him come out there and put the screws to the Mariners.
Interesting conversation. I definitely believe that he wants it. I definitely think he's ready for it. If you remember watching him, as you saw the Tigers come back in Game 4, as you watched them start to pick up some hits in inning 5, inning 6, inning 7, every time they showed Skubal, you see that smile get just a little bit bigger. You saw that gratitude get just a little bit more. And you can tell that he was telling himself, my guys are out here fighting. I can't effing wait to get on the mound Friday night. That's the same energy they had. Ryan, what about you? What's not fair? What are expectations that you have for Skubal tonight?
You want to know what my expectations are?
Anson told me he wanted to see him get dragged off the mound like old school, like Bob Gibson. Like, look, I'm not leaving this mound until, well, yeah, my bad.
I agree with it to an extent there. I really do, Anson. But you want to know what I want out of Skubal. The man who's going to want to demand $400 million, $300 million, whatever it is. Yeah. You got to do what JV did in 2012. Game 5, ALDS.
Talk to me.
And again, I understand the whole pitching chaos, analytics. They don't play complete games. But I want 8 scoreless out of Tarik Skubal. If we go back to that Game 5, Verlander, 9 innings pitched, 122 pitches, 4 hits given up, 11 strikeouts. Skubal had 14, 1 walk. But I want that if you want Justin Verlander money, if you want to make your mark on this team, this franchise in history, go out there and do what Justin Verlander did. I'm talking 10 strikeouts. I'm talking 8 scoreless, 2-3 hits given up, no runs. But Skubal, you're in a big spot yourself too because it's going to be a contract year next year. Maybe you get dealt in the winter meetings this year. Maybe the trade deadline next year. We don't know what to say. But right now, you've got to go out there. I want a complete game. However, knowing A.J. Hinch, I don't think he'll get there. But I want 8 scoreless.
Hey, Ryan, do you want a home run out of him as well?
Yeah,
would you like him to hit a home run?
He's the best pitcher in baseball. We should hold him to the highest standards.
I'd like to see him swing a bat.
I'm just messing with you there. 100% he is the best pitcher in baseball, but last time I checked, Kyle Raleigh and Julio Rodriguez, they get paid too. But fair. Kool-Aid, what do you think?
Sir. Yeah,
Tarik Skubal, you heard all the things. You know all the things. What is, in quotations, fair for you?
Yeah, definitely. My mind, when we first started this question, kind of when we were chit-chatting before the show, was complete game. Instantly, and it's what we come to know of our pitchers in Tigers lore is that in those big moments, they might not have gotten it done every single time, but we know that they got it done this time or this time or this time. And for Skubal in particular, the last big game, you go back to last year where we knew Skubs is on the mound, we know we're beating the Guardians. I do think that type of stuff rests on him heavily. So my expectation, honestly, it's a complete game win. Whether he's giving up a run or not, because obviously a win is going to also depend on what those bats are doing to help him out. But you look at that picture on the back wall there. You look at that there. That's what I'm expecting. So all of us we'll say complete game. We'll say scoreless. We'll say maybe 1 run. I'm looking for Psycho Skub energy. Because against the Guardians last year, there was something in that second game. There was something missing. He looked a little gassed. So I'm looking for absolute Psycho Skub domination energy. All the narratives, like narrative buster, right? He couldn't get it done in the big game in the playoffs is what they say, even though this is just his second playoffs. And then they state he can't beat the Mariners. I'm looking for him to go out there and just absolutely change those narratives and have that psycho energy throughout the entire game.
This is a gift from the baseball gods, this situation. Him playing in Game 5 against a team he's never beaten with all the question marks in this town, whether he's going to stay, whether he's going to go, whether we can pay to keep him, whether he's
from that
worth
town
it.
too?
This is, yes, exactly. There could not be a more poetic Game 5 for the city of Detroit and this man right here, Tarik Skubal.
Yeah.
It is all lined up. Maybe it's fair, maybe it's not, but if I'm a guy like him, just like you wear a number 1, you want this moment. And we will see how gritty Tarik Skubal is tonight.
Here's my thoughts.
I like that. Talk to us, bro.
In Rocky 3.
Solo cam.
In Rocky 3.
Let's go.
I like that. In Rocky, 100%. In Rocky 3, when they were interviewing Clubber Lang, a.k.a. Mr. T, they said, what is your prediction for the fight tonight? And Mr. T says, one word. Pain. One word for me. What I want to see out of Tarik Skubal, it's not about numbers. It's not about 8 innings, closing, full game, 14 strikeouts, giving up 1 hit. Dominate. Dominate doesn't have numbers. Dominate feels like domination. Dominate feels like the hitters are behind all game. Domination feels like Tarik Skubal's in control. Domination feels like, shoot, we got to go out here and swing this bat. If he's going to pitch like this, ain't no way in hell we're going to leave this ballpark out without getting some hits, without getting around these bases, without giving this man some runs. Tarik Skubal, just dominate. Do what you do. Like, that's the expectation for me, is to dominate. Because as much as we make about the Mariners and Julio Rodriguez and Cal Raleigh, the big dumper, and Randy Arozarena and all these things, the Seattle Mariners have not been in this position in how long? Now, we keep making it about the Seattle Mariners and, it's back home and their crowd and their fans. What have the Mariners done in the playoff to make us think that this team, what the hell have they done?
Their fan base is scared right now.
100%. Literally, it's on them.
Absolutely.
All the pressure is on the Mariners.
Great minds
what
think
they
alike.
did, the whole 9 yards, them giving up the lead essentially to the Detroit Tigers in the closeout game. All the pressure's on them.
No doubt.
Like the Tigers have been here just a year ago.
So, continuing on this conversation, I feel like that rain delay game absolutely crushed the spirit
Mariners?
of Tiger fans.
Tigers fans?
Yeah, agreed.
So many people had a hard time bringing their best friend that they go to games with for 20 years to that game 4. People didn't want to go. They didn't even sell that game out. They thought that this team was going to lose. They thought it was over. And I got to be honest with you, I'm curious how many Tiger fans are really dialed in for tonight, because I truly feel like nobody is really getting excited about this team until they make the ALCS. And I guess it's because the brand of baseball they give, it's not smashing over the fences all the time. It's not all-star after all-star, even though we had a bunch of all-stars this year. What is it going to take for Tiger fans to buy into this team? Is it winning tonight?
I think the Tigers fans did buy in, but I think the problem is because of the epic collapse. Well, let me not say epic. It was.
It was epic. It was epic, bro.
I appreciate. Thank you for the honesty. Because of the epic collapse, everyone around the country, because the Tigers are a national product now. The Tigers are a national brand. Guess what? All the national pundits, the national analysts, the national commentators destroying the Tigers. That makes you lose faith in what you do. All the local pundits, the local radio show guys, even us to a certain extent, we're talking about what they did, who can't hit, leaving runners in this position. Jack, at 100%, is Jack Flaherty, Casey Myers, what about the ball? What about this? Scott Harris, is he negligent? He didn't do anything at the trade deadline. Well, he got Finnegan, and that's about it. So that's all that Tigers fans have heard. Fans depend on whether they want to know it or not. I'm sorry. They depend on what the media says.
This would be the most cathartic win that I've seen from the Tigers in over a decade.
But I think the levels are back in this sense. Like, this is the guy that's on the mound for you tonight.
It's perfect.
Like this is the guy, I'm pointing at him. This is the guy that's on the mound for you tonight. You have clawed your way back. Like, yes, who cares about losing the lead? You clawed back. Like, who cares about 15 and a half? You clawed back.
It's a gift from the baseball
right now,
gods,
you are
man.
1 game away from what? The ALCS, which is 4 games away from what?
World Series, baby.
So Tigers fans better figure it out.
Yep.
Tigers fans better figure it out, because I guarantee you, this guy and the other 31 or however many hell players there are, I guarantee you, they've got it figured out for
And
tonight.
Tigers fans, make sure you join us tonight.
So
Me and Tigers insider Nick Koloff.
Were you watching the game?
The watch party right here.
Are you right here?
Yes,
you
sir.
right here with the watch party?
Yes, sir. So make sure you guys
Yeah.
tune in. And then
I know
if
you. Who
they
you
do
at?
win, assuming that they win, we'll be back here doing a double watch party. Concurrently, we'll be doing the Lions as well as the Tigers on Sunday as both those games overlap. But I know you had something to contribute.
Yeah, I do have something to say. And also, Nick and I have a Michigan USC watch party for tomorrow. Make sure you tune in right here at the desk. But I want to say this. Back to the.
I don't ever get invited to these things. So I find about them last minute.
You can pull up if you want.
Last minute, I'm finding out about this stuff.
Good. Yo, talk.
But well, you're always traveling on Saturdays, Braylon. You're a man of the people.
That's what it is.
Social butterfly.
I'm always traveling.
Just get an invite a little bit.
But
I got my guy.
What I gotta say is I think Tiger fans. I mean, based on what Detroit fans have been doing, they would rather stand and spend $300 on a Lions standing room ticket than go to an $18 playoff game.
True.
And I think where this comes from is not only just the epic collapse, but it feels like this team has been a chore to watch.
It's the product, because it is a chore to watch the Tigers most of the time, especially since July. And now you look at the Lions, and they don't beat themselves. They don't make mistakes. They're art on both offense and defense to watch. So the two brands are distinctively different.
We understand what we're getting with the Lions week in, week out. We know Dan Campbell's going to have that victory speech at the end. We know Jared Goff's going to drop back there. The offense line's going to protect them. Hutch is going to get home. But the Tigers, we don't understand what's going to happen half the time. They're getting booed off the field through the first 4 or 5 innings, and all of a sudden, home run, and all of a sudden everyone's cheering. I think it's just that we don't understand. No one understands this team. No one does.
And that's why I was going to say as well, the similar sentiment is that I believe that this is a team that we feel again now. And it's one that you can't just call. You just can't go out there and say, oh, I know it's this or I know it's that. This is one of those ones that if you think back to before the going to work Pistons were the going to work Pistons, these are some of the feelings we felt when we got to the playoffs. Think about how much unease we felt in those first 1 or 2 rounds for the Pistons back then. Before 2004.
Like the Nets.
Yeah,
when they were losing to the Nets.
Bro, the Nets used to make me nervous. The Pacers, Celtics.
Even the championship. Shoot, we thought they were going to lose to the Pacers.
We didn't know they were going to win a championship that year. I was nervous as hell against the Pacers.
We were a year away.
Yes, that's what I thought. I thought
it wasn't to the Tayshaun play till anyone fully believed that we could beat him. Like the Tayshaun play happens, and then it's like, wait. Nah, this is, you know what, we actually might, we can win the championship. But it was a Tayshaun play.
But if Skubs goes out there tonight, and then the Bats has another good game, that could be one of those turning point moments in this type of thing. We don't know, because I think this is one of those ones where we're just fans, like Ryan said. This isn't like the Lions who, in 2005, we've cheered for the Pistons the way we cheer for the Lions now. And the Lions haven't even won the Super Bowl, but we knew they're that squad. But in 2004, we didn't cheer necessarily for the Pistons as if we knew they were going to be it. We had a different feeling about them.
So to your point, Tarik Skubal, he comes out here, he pitches the gym, we get this win, we go to the LCS, and let's just dare to go a little further. Somehow we make it to the World Series. We'll be looking back at the Riley Green home run as the Tayshaun Prince block.
I think both of these games. I think the last
Riley
game
Green home run, would that be the Tayshaun Prince block if they win?
Pair it with epic Skubal.
I don't hate that at all. Especially with how much he was struggling.
Yeah.
And then people were ready to turn that game off. I know I was ready to turn off. People were ready to leave.
Yeah.
And he just completely changes the fortune of the Tigers.
That is true.
Or will it be whatever moment, when the Tigers win, you have to speak things into existence. When the Tigers win,
come on,
whatever moment from that game becomes the Tayshaun block. Tayshaun, they get the block. They then go up 3-2. They win game. They go up 4-2. They close the series out, and then they play the Lakers. Whatever moment comes out of this win, that will be the moment. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll switch it to football. I had switch and flip in my mind, and I get to a switch. You know, flippity, floopity. But anyway, we'll talk about Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. With over 50 metropolitan Detroit locations, it's the gym for you. It's the gym for everyone. Also, we want you to start your journey here. Let's talk to the individuals that are starting that journey. You come down to Planet Fitness. I worked out there today. The gyms are ready. The equipment is ready, and the journey is ready for you to take. Gym, squeaky clean, also trainers on staff. It's got to guide you along the way. Like you said, it's no judgment here. There's no critics. In fact, like my pastor always says, you can belong before you believe. 100%. You can belong before you believe. You don't believe in your journey, we believe in you. We'll get you right. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is always essential.
Tigers tonight, U of M tomorrow. Lions on Sunday. The Sun Cruisers are going to be flowing all weekend. Real vodka, real iced tea, no bubbles, my favorite part. Just a clean, crisp sip that won't fill you up on game day. Only 100 calories and 4.5% alcohol. Perfect for tailgates, couch gates, or wherever you're watching Detroit football. Listen, you heard us talk about them. They are really that good. So this season, let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser and Woodward Sports. And remember, please drink responsibly.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith. New focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. Ever wonder what goes on inside the game?
Deep ball's got a man and got him. Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Join Braylon Edwards and Shep.
Edwards has it. 10, 5, touchdown.
On the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Ball looks in zone. Got Edwards for the touchdown.
Where they dive deep into the heart of sports. Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m., they're bringing you expert analysis, exclusive interviews, and a fresh perspective on the sports you love. Don't miss it, only on the Woodward Sports Network. Every Sunday, there's only one place to get all your kneecapping, hard-hitting Detroit Lions coverage. Start your Sunday with the Lions Weekly Report with Broder and Terry Foster. Then, the Lions pregame show with Neil Rule and Sean Baligian. At kickoff, keep it locked in for all the emotions of the game with a live watch party with the heavyweights. Then, recap the game with the Lions postgame show with Anson. Game days, there's no other place to be than Woodward Sports. Live all game day. Go Lions. The Tigers are the best team in baseball. Get the best coverage in Detroit right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Every Skubal start, every green homer, and all the action can be followed on all of our social media. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. It's World Series or bust, Detroit, and we are here for the ride. Woodward Sports. You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
Man, they got the best deals around. Of course, we're talking about Les Stanford Buick and GMC. You see them above my head there, that 2025 Equinox EV for only $229. It's like 2015 price, and you got to get into that. The Lyric 2025, only $489. And for all you players, that $599 $225 Hummer. Listen, you can't forget about these awesome deals. You got to get to Les Stanford today. Check out that massive inventory. Les Stanford Buick and GMC. For all these specials, you can head on over to lesstanford.com. I haven't said it in a while, guys. Together,
let's drive. Less is more, and definitely more is at Jack's Car Wash for you. Text WSN 2-888-522-1729. Again, WSN 2-888-522-1729. Look, freak vacuums, freaking. Well, I don't have to read all that. Look outside. Look outside. Wouldn't you like to pull up in a whip that's clean, that's fresh, that's shining, that everybody's looking at. I'll tell you like this. It takes a new car to a brand new car. It takes a smooth car to an even smoother car. Luxury, it's ultimate luxury when you get your car washed at Jack's.
Hey,
put that new stank on it a little bit. You know, you guys should be happy that you're in the state of Michigan where the Detroit Tigers are one game away from the ALCS. The Detroit Lions are number one in the NFC and the NFL. Pistons, well, you saw what they did last year. You know what they could potentially be because you could be the whole state of Pennsylvania. Tell us about that, Ryan. What's going on in the great state of Pennsylvania?
Burn it down.
Nothing.
Yeah, Pennsylvania's screwed. Like let's just go over the last week or so.
Just the last
for
week.
them. Outside, obviously, 76ers haven't even started, but they're cooked.
Trash.
Phillies eliminated by the Dodgers. Your Tigers are still.
They gone.
Tigers are still in it. Eagles dropped 2 straight, 1 to the Giants. Tigers,
She gone.
Lions, they're on win streak.
And by the way, speaking of the Eagles, like Devontae Smith is wide open for a 97-yard touchdown. Jalen Hurts, who's been complaining about pocket pressure, guess what? Had all the time in the world, drops back in the end zone. I didn't even know Jalen Hurts could throw the ball this far. How you overthrow Devontae Smith, who's wide open? The Eagles are cooked. I said it yesterday, talking about when you replace these offensive coordinators time and time and time again. And why do they go away from Saquon Barkley? He had 2,000 yards last year. Did you see the first 4 plays of the game? Guess what? It was the last time you saw him run the ball.
Why?
I just don't get Nick Sirianni. You know what? It doesn't concern us. So why am I getting so agitated?
Fair.
It's Pennsylvania. It's Philadelphia.
They were calling for his job the same time last year.
They were.
It turned out all right for them.
Yeah, it did. But Pennsylvania, Phillies, yeah, it sucks.
And Penn State. Penn State lost 2 straight.
The fraudulent Penn State Nittany Lions.
Yeah, and one of them is to 0-4 UCLA, where their head coach didn't even know how to communicate properly to his quarterback.
James fraudulent.
There was that. Your Wolverines have won a couple straight, and then obviously we can't do much different than this, but the Flyers have lost their opener, and the Red Wings got killed.
I love the way that Penn State is the one team that all of us put like our in-state rivalry down, and we just are like, you know what? What is he doing here, though? Get him out of this circle. I love it.
I'm gonna tell you like this Penn State situation. Even when I was younger, I used to always wonder this. I like the colors, you know what I'm saying, and they had some players that are really good.
They had some clean colorways.
But very true. Yeah, very very true. For a basic uniform, they do it well. They kind of like the Raiders.
Yeah,
like it's not much to it, but it's classic.
Yeah,
it's smooth.
Braylon, question.
But, hold on. Let me finish what I had to say.
Okay.
The Nittany Lion, like I never liked that part of it.
That
like
was a Nittany Lion.
It's a soft lion. Like legitimately, it dumbed it down. A Nittany Lion. That's not hardcore. Like when you see the lions, it's like lions. They're like tigers. A Nittany Lion. Do you knit? Like I don't know. I'm just being funny.
Question for you, real quick, before we move on to the Lions.
Grr. And he has a scarf.
It's the Caleb Williams version of Lions.
Nittany
no judgment here. Is it mountain lion?
Nittany is derived from the Algonquin word meaning single mountain, referring
it
to
was mountain.
Mount Nittany, which overlooks the university campus. It would be an eastern mountain lion, also known as a cougar.
I was just about to say,
or panther.
I was just
ain't
about.
even a lion.
I was just about to say,
it's not even a lion.
It's not even a lion.
Like I said, it's the Caleb Williams version.
Lions are
just a catfish.
But just
that's literally they're catfishing lions.
Say the Penn State Cougars.
Exactly. But my question for you, Braylon, real quick, is
I played for the Little League Cougars.
When Penn State does a whiteout, why don't they just wear all white jerseys? Because they could blend in with the surrounding crowd, make it harder for the other quarterbacks. Instead, they have to play the opposing team in white jerseys. I'm just saying.
What? Don't care about Penn State. Let's talk Lions. The real Lions are here. Detroit Lions this Sunday. They take off against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Stuff.
Kansas City coming off 2 losses. Not well for Patrick Mahomes. I can't tell you the last time they done it. Actually, I can. It was 2023 where they had a rough go at the first 8 weeks and it looked like they were out. But then they finished and won the Super Bowl. This doesn't look like that year. Tough loss against the Jags on Monday Night Football. Anson, this is a big game. Detroit Lions 4-1 since that loss. 4-0 since that loss against the Green Bay Packers. They're now moving in the right direction. They have to go to Arrowhead where they're no strangers. 2 years ago, they got the win on opening night. What does this game look like for Anson Wells?
Kool-Aid, you want to help me out with this one?
Oh,
yeah.
You have something prepared?
Oh, yeah.
Look at this guy.
It's a trap! It's a trap!
Anson never lets me down.
It's a trap.
Anson never lets me down.
Listen, I am 5-0. If we go back to June when we went through, it's a trap. When we went through the Lions schedule, I told you we'd lose week 1 in Green Bay. And I told you we'd go to Baltimore and we'd hand it to those Ravens. But
I said we'd be 5-1 after 6.
We are better offensively. We are better defensively. And we're better at special teams. But this is a 2-3 Kansas City Chiefs team. And no NFL brass wants Pat Mahomes to be 2-4. In fact, you'll see some mysterious calls from the Zebras on Sunday. You'll see some strange no calls and some strange ball placements. And this team, with their back against the wall, hoping to not go 2-4, and with a little revenge in their mind, because, of course, Lions did go out there and beat them 21-20 a couple years ago. This is a trap. Now, I did say we'd lose this game, and I kind of feel like we are, but...
Based on what? If you're going to say that, you got to give us some reasons.
Based on the NFL. Not based on anything I've seen from the Chiefs or from the Detroit Lions. They don't get Rashee Rice back. You know, if a week later, maybe I'd be a little more worried about their offense. But this game just seems like Lion fans are looking past it. Like, we're better than this KC team. KC's fallen from grace. Much like we just talked about Philly being cooked, neither one of those teams are cooked. We talked about it almost every other year with Tom Brady when he was doing what he did. Tom Brady's cooked. Patriots are cooked because they were, 4-3 or something?
Yeah.
Listen, this game worries me. I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to say that we're going to lose because it's what I said to you guys back in June. That being said, my caveat, this is the best team in the NFL right now that we have here in Detroit. But this game,
No. Don't try to say that after you didn't say they're going to lose.
No, I can say that because best teams still lose. You lose games in a year. We're going to lose 5 games this year.
This is number 2.
You heard it right here from Anson.
Here we go. Let's get serious and let's get focused. You don't allow the NFL to get involved because you don't make mistakes. The teams that allow the NFL to get involved, allow the referee to make calls that influence the game, that change the game, those are teams that fumble, make mistakes, have MAs, put themselves in position to where you can affect what the Detroit Lions do. Don't let them affect you. Be disciplined. This is going to be a game where Kelvin Shepard needs to tell his defense he needs to be dialed in. We don't need the extra, we don't need personal fouls from Brian Branch. We don't need holding from the DBs. We don't need face masks. We don't need lining up off sides from Aiden Hutchinson. All little things like that. Those are things that get you beat. Those are things that allow you to stay close to a team and then allow the refs. We don't need fumbles. This is not the game for that. This is not the game for Jared Goff to throw interceptions. This is not the game for J-Mo to drop situations that can be big plays or first downs. This is a game that you don't even allow the NFL to have a say in. So you got to be disciplined and you got to dial it in. You got to protect Jared Goff and control. I wrote myself some notes. You got to protect Jared Goff and you got to control the trenches. No, you have to control the trenches. On the defensive side, they've done a hell of a job so far in the middle in terms of the big guys in that middle. You got to stay with that. And Aiden is starting to get going. He's starting to feel that energy that we saw last year in the first 4 games of the season when he was on his way to you know what. You got to stay with that on the offensive side of the ball. We've seen the Lions be able to protect Jared Goff for the last 4 games. Had a couple lapses in there, and we understand that. But just keep him upright. If you keep him upright, if you keep the pockets clear, Jared Goff can do the rest. He's shown you that for 4 years. For 3.5, essentially, 3.5 years, you give him a clean pocket, guess what? You will have success. So they got to control the line, but it starts with being disciplined. It starts with have your hands where they're supposed to be, your footwork where it's supposed to be, your technique. This is going to be one of those games. The Chiefs are bad right now. The Chiefs are struggling. You can look at what Chris Jones is doing or not doing, for lack of a better word, kind of standing out there trying to figure out why one of the best players in the league just looks like he doesn't care. It looks like he doesn't want to show effort. That ain't got nothing to do with the Lions. You still go in there and play your game. Don't you go in there and thinking, well, he don't care. It's going to be an easy game. They can't figure it out. Marquise Brown can't catch the ball. BS. Don't be the game. Don't be the team they figure it out on, Kool-Aid. Yeah. You don't want to be the team that they figure it out on. And then remember what you did to Lamar. Because Lamar and Mahomes are similar quarterbacks. Remember what the strategy was when we went to Baltimore. We kept the lanes clear. Lamar didn't really have anywhere to go. Lamar didn't have anywhere to run. He's a similar quarterback to a Patrick Mahomes, he's waiting for those run lanes to collapse. He's rush lanes. He's waiting for the rush lanes to collapse so he can create some of that magic. He's going to make some plays because it's Patrick Mahomes. I saw a play he made against the Jags. The Joker was running to the right, flipped it back all the way across the field. He still has that in his repertoire. He's going to make some plays like that. It's okay. Great ones can make a play or two, but you stay disciplined. I guarantee you there'll be few plays. Few in between.
That,
I think
that
you're
no
preaching right now.
To Hollywood.
That was nice.
Man,
it's a hell of a
got it.
Hell yeah,
Still got it.
That's a hell of a pass. But the Jacksonville Jaguars, there was a lapse in a play. They didn't keep those rush lanes tight. You kind of lose guys. You got to follow a game. This is a game with a quarterback. You got to do a little bit extra. And I don't want to hear, well, I mean, if he's running around doing all that, somebody's getting open. Not today. It just can't happen. It's just one of those games, Kool-Aid.
No, I was going to say you're preaching right now because when we think back to some of the Lions' most catastrophic failures over the last 2.5 seasons, it comes almost synonymous with them shooting themselves in the foot. 100%. Some type of turnover, some type of weird, wacky play. Jameer Gibbs, the Vildor off the helmet.
The Jameer Gibbs.
Think about the 49ers game. The first half was near perfect. The second half,
the Commanders game. It's 5 turnovers. 5 turnovers. No matter how the Commanders play, no matter how 5 turnovers, you can't overcome that in the playoffs.
And when they have those wins that even surprise us, it's how clean they played. It's how perfect Jared Goff played. And it gives them their advantage because we used to be a fan base that saw every single bad penalty and bad play against us. We used to be a fan base that would be like, no, we didn't get the sack because they were holding. And that might have been true, but now that's still happening. We're winning. We don't complain about it. Now it's just like, and it was holding Hutch. Like, that's how it is today. And so you're 100% right. As this team has kind of taken on the identity that Dan Campbell promised from day one, like nothing's stopping us. We don't care about the refs. And this is what I loved about his comments about it being bogus, us sitting and filming. What do you think we are, Matthew Stafford to Kirby Joseph? No, we're not sitting there talking about no game film. They want to play that, we play like that. I think he knows that his dogs are more rough and rowdy and that they are built to really last through all of this stuff, including if you miss a play on us. They don't care about that. If you miss a penalty or this, that, and the other, we still require you to get home. And that's what I ultimately love about this squad, man, and Dan Campbell pushing this thing.
Another thing I want them to do, look, and I know you can say he's old, he's not the same player, and you 100% correct. They need to punk Travis Kelce. You have to punk Travis Kelce. He is still a leader on that team. He is still everything they say about him in terms of numbers, but it's not about that. It's about the relationship and the comfortability with Patrick Mahomes. Patrick will still find him. That's his comfort. That's his out. Once he gets to cooking with Travis Kelce, then he starts to go in other places. Then he starts to get high. You punk Travis Kelce early, get him to a situation where he's crashing down on the sideline like he's doing with Andy Reid and bumping him in the chest. I can't get the ball. They're holding me there. That's how you do it. You got to get in Travis Kelce's head early, and how you do it, you're physical. You're out physical. The physicality for that defense, punk Travis Kelce early and often. That is a major for me.
But
Kelvin Shepard's that type of linebacker. They're going after Travis Kelce. I promise you. They got to punk him and get him out the game, because to get him comfortable with Mahomes, you don't want Mahomes getting comfortable at any point in this game.
No, those two haven't been comfortable together for almost a season and a half.
And you don't want it to be the game to get it sparked.
And this isn't the game you want to get the Chiefs going, the tandem going. You want to shut it down early. The 2.5-point spread on the road.
They want to shut it down early. They're tired. They're over it. He's talking about getting married and when you're getting married. And I'm watching the interview before they play against the Jaguars. Jason,
they're never getting married.
When's the wedding? I know they aren't. When's the wedding and all this? They're tired. They're over it. It's the Kansas City Chiefs has been like this reality show.
Do you think
it's been like this reality show over the past 8 years? And the reality show is coming to a halt. I think they're tired of each other. They don't want to be.
Is the NFL tired of the Chiefs? Because I had that
not winning, but being around yet. Like,
no,
they're tired of them winning, but they're not tired of them being a team. Because at some point, you got to have a team that you knock off for the next team to come up.
They did that.
The Patriots, they got tired of them, and now.
But they would bring the Patriots back a year or so later, And this is a down year for them. But the Lions cannot give them any breathing room on Sunday night at all.
Yeah, 100%.
I was going to say this too, real quick, because you were talking about dominate Travis Kelce, and it's like it's funny that picture of him with Taylor Swift, and he's looking, his hair is like parted down.
It's funny that you bring up Kelce being dominated by Taylor, because that's their life.
You see, I like that. But Steve O'Baby asked this, man. Shout out to Steve O'Baby in the chat. I don't shout him out enough. He says, Kool-Aid, ask Mr. Edwards who he thinks should guard Travis Kelce, and he's probably one of your biggest fans, because he says, Bray, you keep it real. more than a lot of the other Lions people here, he says.
First and foremost, call me Braylon. You know what I'm saying? You call me Braylon. I appreciate that. I appreciate the respect, though. Thank you for tuning in, man. Steve-O, baby. We appreciate you. Love the name. I know where the name comes from. I was a huge Jackass fan back in the day as well. I would double. I would double early on just to punk him. I would put Derek Barnes on him to get that physicality on him, and then I would have a safety over top. You know who that safety is. I'm rocking the jersey. I'm rocking the jersey.
Is he going to play?
Yes. I'm hopeful. I'm praying. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful and I'm praying. But I would do it too. I would do a bracket coverage. I would legitimately bump him at the line of scrimmage. When I say be physical, I'm not talking about doing anything dirty. I'm like Dan Campbell. We would never. But within the rules of the game, within the rules of engagement, press him at the line of scrimmage, get in his chest, get all up in there 100%, and then have a secondary member, whatever that DB is for you, whatever that safety that you want to have. But I would have two. That's what, man, that was when I got most irritated. When I would play teams who had bracket coverage, and what the bracket coverage was, they weren't trying to put one on the inside and then one deep and just kind of cover a zone and keep me. No, the job was to be physical with a big wide receiver, get him frustrated at the line of scrimmage, and then have the man over because it's a timing thing. Like, if I can't get into my route, then the timing's messed up. Now the quarterback is like, one pat, I got to go to the next read. So I would press him at the line of scrimmage, be physical, but have a guy over the top early on and off. Appreciate that question, Steve. What do we want to do? We're going to take a quick commercial break and come back with stuff, because I got more on what the Tigers need to be, what the Lions need to do. And keep it rocking and rolling. Let's get these reads in. We do have to keep the lights on. I'll tell you a little bit about Dr. Pierce. He's the injury insider, Michigan Sports and Spine. You can catch him on Tuesdays with Big D Energy, and then also you can catch him on this show on Thursdays, Braylon Edwards Show with Shep, Michigan Sports and Spine. Any type of ailment you might have, whether it's a shoulder's not feeling too good, maybe my back's a little tight, maybe my knee has a little click in it, maybe there's a little swelling somewhere, just go to the doc. Don't overthink it. 248-426-9944. Scan this QR code above my head. You go to the doc. He and his team can get you together. He and his team can figure out what's going on with you to get you back to optimum performance in whatever field it is you do. Once again, it's Dr. Jeff Pierce. He's the guy we use. He's the guy we love.
Yeah, and just before we hear about Lady James from our guy Anson Wells, just one more thing here from the doc. His Athletes Unlimited 3rd Annual Topgolf Fundraiser is coming up here. It's just got sent to me before the ad read. Thursday, November 6, 2025, Topgolf in Auburn Hills. So there's going to be more information, details, and a QR code and things of that nature for you all on the way. And if you can support, definitely do, whether that is you can support monetarily or just by sharing and making this thing as much awareness as you can bring to it as possible, because the doc is doing a really good thing for our community and for the less able. So shout out to Dr. Pierce, man. I appreciate everything he's doing.
And gentlemen, we know you guys like simple stuff like Braylon wearing that number 1. Catching touchdowns.
He's going to have to wear that on the show one day.
It was uncomplicated. It was simple.
Number 1.
Very much like Lady Jane's. You can walk in anytime, sign in. Before you know it, one of their talented hairstylists has got you looking good and ready for the weekend. Lady Jane's open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Once again, you can walk in anytime because Lady Jane's is wicked awesome.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Every Sunday, there's only one place to get all your kneecapping, hard-hitting Detroit Lions coverage. Start your Sunday with the Lions Weekly Report with Broder and Terry Foster. Then, the Lions pregame show with Neil Rule and Sean Baligian. At kickoff, keep it locked in for all the emotions of the game with a live watch party with the heavyweights. Then, recap the game with the Lions postgame show with Anson. Game days, there's no other place to be than Woodward Sports. Live all game day. Go Lions.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. A original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them, and that's not very nice.
Ever wonder what goes on inside the game?
Deep ball's got a man and got him. Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Join Braylon Edwards and Shep.
Edwards has it. 10-5, touchdown.
On the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Bar looks in zone. Got Edwards for the touchdown.
Where they dive deep into the heart of sports. Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m., they're bringing you expert analysis, exclusive interviews, and a fresh perspective on the sports you love. Don't miss it, only on the Woodward Sports Network.
Black Rock Bar and Grill. When the Lions win, you win. Appetizers for free when the Lions win this Sunday. You know it's a Sunday night game against the Kansas City Chiefs. When they win, pull up on Black Rock, man. Get yourself a nice little appetizer for the free ball. Steak, lobster, $19.99. Look, limited time only. You see what it looks like. Also, you can cook that. You can cook that steak yourself on the 755-degree volcanic rock. Yes, I have to say it every time, so you know that it's 755, man, and you can do it your way. Also, the Be Easy is in there. See, I came up with a little nickname for my steak. I didn't like necessarily saying you want to see Braylon's beef, so I'm gonna say it's the Be Easy. But it is Braylon's beef.
I like that name.
You like that, to Be Easy. Go get the Be Easy 20-ounce New York strip. Get you right, man. Look, Black Rock is the place for you. We love working with them. And the food, the menu, it's only gotten better.
You're not telling them to make it a 17-ounce.
Black Rock Bar and Grill. It is the restaurant that sizzles.
Are you a DTE customer? If you live in Michigan, I know that you are. And that means you can get a free furnace tune-up through December 1st, courtesy of our great friends at Sharon's Heating and Cooling. They've been proudly serving Metro Detroit for over 40 years. They got that reliable service, and they treat their customers like family. Heating, cooling, indoor air quality, water heaters, whole home generators. They got memberships for it as well. Listen, call Sharon's Heating and Cooling today at 734-238-3839 or scan that code you see right above my head. Get the free furnace tune-up and get yourself ready for winter, and make sure you tell them Woodward Sports sent you.
We talked a little bit quickly about Jalen Hurts missing Devontae Smith, but what we should have talked about is the arrival of Jackson Dart.
You want to talk about that, do you? Because I remember in March, there was a combine.
My ears hurt.
And somebody told you
Anson's
who
on the show?
hands down was the best quarterback in this class. And Kool-Aid, you weren't here at that point, but
what up, though?
Somebody told me, nope. He might even have called a mass.
Is he on the desk with you?
You know Ryan. He's a gumshoe over there, that Ryan. What happened, bro? This guy looks like he's got it all. He's got the feel in the pocket. He's got different throws. He's got speed. He's got moxie, Bray. What did you think of what you saw last night?
So, one thing about me that I'm very proud of. No. One thing that I'm very proud of is that I, unlike a lot of individuals, I don't mind saying when I was wrong.
Always.
I don't mind saying that, you know what, maybe I was wrong about that. And yes, I sit up here and said I did not like Jackson Dart. He was just another line of these young quarterbacks that have gone all these skills camps for the last 10 years. And when he got to the big league, he would figure it out. Much like Arch Manning looks right now. That's kind of what I was thinking. But there is moxie there. Yeah. There is something there. And to be doing it with a team that doesn't have the best offensive line and really doesn't have offensive weapons at the wide receiver position, he's having to figure it out with Wan'Dale Robinson. Like, he's patchworking this thing together, the running game. Scatterboo, another rookie that I wasn't necessarily high on after the Arizona State career. They're figuring it out. I like the moxie of him. The one thing that I loved in the game, you see him go down. He's a smaller type quarterback. You think it's done. You think he's going to the sideline. You think they'll protect him. No. No. You see him come out of that tunnel. I mean, out of that the tarp, the blue tent. No, I'm back in the game. Get me back in. He proceeds to come back in the game, proceeds to score another touchdown. Like, that's the type of stuff that people can follow. Like, that's the type of stuff that people say, oh, I go to war with him. Like, I can do something with this.
Let me take it a step further.
Like, he looked good. And in the run, he's not just one of these quarterbacks that's fast. Like, some quarterbacks are fast so they get out of pocket. Russell Wilson, when he first started, like, he's a 4-4 guy, so he's fast. But Russell have moves and shakes. Jackson Dart looks like a wide receiver out there shaking and baking. He shook the hell out of Zach Bond yesterday. Like
Absolutely.
Jackson, hey, you know what? I want to pump the brakes a little bit. But Jackson Dart impressed me last night, and once again, it's not like he has Malik Neighbors out there with him.
No Darius Slayton either. The guy looks great. He's making players out of Wandale, out of Theo Johnson.
He had the chain on too, you know what I'm saying? I saw that drip.
He did something even bigger for me. Aside from just looking the part, the moxie, the throws, the running, the escapability, I didn't think that the Giants stood any chance of a resurgence or rebirth as long as Daboll and Joe Shane were there. All right? And the fact that this kid can come in and beat the defending Super Bowl champions, a team that's owned that division for however many years now, but brought life to a lifeless Giants franchise to the point where everyone's believing, to the point where Daboll's going to have a job next year.
Yeah, no, he definitely will have a job next year if this keeps up. The big thing for the Giants, though, coming into the season, with people that knew. You knew this. Individual that sits in there when you're using out here, he knew this. The defense was good. Like, the defensive line is really good. Like, their defensive line is can go with anybody. You see Brian Burns. Brian Burns is the reason why I wanted him here 2 years ago. It's the reason why I wanted him here. You see what he's doing, Kayvon Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence. Like, this defensive line is real. Linebacker core. Abdul Carter didn't even play, and they still had that level of success. So the defense is good. When you force teams to go 3 and out, when you force teams consistently go 3 and out or not have that many shots, you know what happens? The defense gets on the field. They're on the field too long, and when the defense gets tired, you can have lapses and you can make plays, and that's what happened with the Eagles. As good as the Eagles' defense is, as good as a defense can be, if they're on the field too much to get tired, you nullify how good that defense was, and I think they were overworked yesterday because the Eagles couldn't do poop. Thank you, Jalen Hurts. I'm playing fantasy, man. Can you just get Devontae Smith the ball? He was wide open. 97-yard touchdown. That's what that would have been. I digress.
You know, watching that game, knowing I was going to be in here with you today,
I was loving that's why they say that about Jalen Hurts. That's why he never cracks the top 10. Like, because it's when you do a top 10 for quarterback, it's how good is the quarterback? It's not the intangibles and the other stuff. You just add the intangibles and the other stuff when you want to put them 1 above somebody or 2 above somebody. How good is he at the quarterback position? Yeah. That's what keeps him out of the top 10.
We got 40 minutes. I want to talk to the chat one more time real quick here, guys. Michael Weary, Chat Police, where are you at? We only got 45 likes. I need everybody to smash that like button right now. And
you don't like me all of a sudden? What's up? You don't like the show?
Man,
come
legend
on.
right here.
You hear Ryan talking about F the whole state of Pennsylvania? Come on, man.
Damn straight.
Love.
Vintage Detroit Techno's got a shirt for you, and then we've got the OHL Minor League Darren McCarty's autograph card, as well as the coolest Braylon Edwards card I've ever seen, the one-handed grab over Darrelle Revis. That's autographed for you. Doing it differently today. Anybody can win. You just get us a great super chat. $1.99 or more, and we're picking that best one, and we're sending this package off to you. So get those super chats in and smash that like button for us.
Man, just got news, man. We're going to have another really good college guest. Not really good. Great college guest. A guy that could have won the Heisman, a guy that I played against, and it was definitely the birth of a player. Like, it's nothing like being in a game where you see, like, the trajectory of a player go through the roof. I was in a game where Victor Cruz had 3 touchdowns on Cromartie and Revis Island, and guess what? The legend of the Salsa King was born, and I was also in that game when Texas played Michigan, and a quarterback that wore number 10 went 8. You know what? Vince Young will be joining us in a couple weeks. So excited!
Really?
Yeah, I knew that would move the needle a little bit.
Well, you're
I know that
teasing, you're teasing, and then you just kind of Vince Young
set you up.
Man,
dropped, 100%.
Listen, that shot of him right after he won with all the confetti, it is one of the most iconic college football photos of all time, man.
Yeah, it is.
That's cool, man.
That's an awesome guess.
I'm still mad
about
that game, though. I'm still mad we lost that game. We should have won that game.
I'm going to put together a nice weekend package for Shep to not be here that day.
Get him out of here. I know you guys want to get back to some
hoops.
You want to get into some hoops? You know what? Go ahead. Why not?
Oh, my goodness.
Go ahead. Why not?
2 halves.
Go ahead. Why not?
Through, Cade
I need a headphone warning.
Averaging 23 points.
I give you 15 minutes.
4.5 boards, 4 assists, and 1.5 steal in a
Hey, Braylon, don't put those on. Don't put those on.
He's the greatest player ever.
You better get used to it. You can be gone while I'm here, bro. I'm loud. Deal with it. I'm loud about the Pistons. I'm loud about Cade. He's played 2 halves of basketball, and he averages 23 points, 4.5 boards, 4 assists, and 1.5 steals in a
and low
half
turnovers
of basketball. No turnovers, guys. Listen, this guy is
like one of
on the
things.
precipice of this MVP season. He made the All-Pro NBA teams, all right? He got past the gatekeepers. That's what you have to do in the NBA. You have to do it once, and then after they see you do it consistently, they will anoint you. And he is about to get anointed. Looking at these ESPN and all these other rankings, having the Pistons at 6, 7, thank you. Keep disrespecting us like you disrespected the Bad Boys, like you disrespected the going-to-work Pistons, and like you disrespected this team last year. This team is Eastern Conference bound. Oh, and a bet that I've already made, OKC versus the Pistons in the finals, cash that. Cash that.
And
what was it? $10 brings you $440 back on that one.
Yeah, and you know what I like about this Detroit Pistons team? They found their way to this level of expectation by having to tune out all the noise. So they don't really even care. Like, they march literally to the beat of their own drum, and that's what I actually like about this Pistons squad.
Yes, sir.
It's seeing the way they got it. They had to turn everything off. Why? Because whether it was local, whether it was national, whether it was some of your most ardent fans, there were many people who were like, yo, I don't know how I can even believe or hold on to faith any longer. Injuries to young players, recurring ones. Some major, some not as major. When you're talking about Duran and Stu, your number 1 worst season and number 3 worst seasons coming back to back. And then this team, they came up and they had to be real with themselves and say, you know what, like, Bray, hey, sometimes, hey, look, we're bad. We're wrong. We have to get back to the drawing board. The organization had to get back to the drawing board. And this team found a way. And now when you see them at Media Day, I'm grateful to have gotten an opportunity to be there, ask a couple questions. It's a team that feels like they already got it figured out. A team that feels like, look, we know what game plan we're on. And it reminds me of the start of the Lions. It was just the beat of their own drum. They listened to their coach. Everybody bought into the message. Everybody's playing for each other. And that's where I believe people are making a mistake. They're not factoring in the intrinsic aspect of what this team is going to be. And it's what they always do. The mistake they always make when a Pistons team is on the rise. They take out those little parts and pieces that make a Detroit team a Detroit team.
This is what I believe I see last year in terms of the success and why I believe in the Pistons. I think it's the temperament. Like, you look at what Trajan Langdon did, it's professionalism. He's come in, he's professional, he's a GM, you can hold him accountable, he understands how to make this thing move. He's brought in, what do we need to do? We need to get some leaders, some older guys around. Like, the moves that he made last year are very pivotal, and then the coach he chose, J.B. Bickerstaff, and you bring him in. And what I want to add to that part, he's a fiery guy. J.B. Bickerstaff is a fiery guy. You watch him in the games, you understand, you appreciate that excitement, because you complain about Monty Williams not having that. But with that said, the reason why it works, his leader isn't a fiery, hothead type of leader, type of player. Like, he is a very even-keel guy, so he's able to take all the yelling and all the screaming that J.B. Bickerstaff does, decide through the theatrics of it, pull the message out, get the message to the players, and then they rock and roll. If you got another guy that's trying to emulate what J.B. Bickerstaff does or has the same temperament, it's not going to work. He's super cool, he's super chill, and when you're operating in that space, everything about them is mature, it's professional, and that's why I think they're having more success. And it starts with Trajan Langdon when he came in, hiring the people he did, and understanding where they needed to make moves.
Yeah, you crushed that in every sense. What I've also seen from this team is what I saw a lot of in the 80s with the Isaiah-led Bad Boys. They'd get eliminated, and you'd see 4 or 5 of them sitting together in the 4th row at a playoff game. You'd see them traveling together. I watched the Las Vegas Summer League games. Whole team was there. Mm-hmm. The entire team. Yeah. Duncan Robinson, new guys, they're all there to cheer on Ron Holland, to cheer on Chaz Lanier. Listen, this team has 2 more three-point shooters than they did last year. Healthy Ivy, and you add in Chaz Lanier. Both of our guys that were shooting threes last year, and Tim and Bees, have been replaced by Karras and Duncan. Still might get Beasley back. But in terms of the identity and the understanding that this team has for each other, for themselves, and what they need to be, they're already there in an aura level.
Yeah.
Like the fact that these guys are so young and that their game is still developing and growing, like people are sleeping on this Pistons team so hard. They play the best defense in the Eastern Conference. And yeah, they might have had a little bit of a problem scoring, offense in the first half of last season, especially, but you get a fully healthy year removed from a blood clot, Asar. You get a fully healthy Ivy. There are so many weapons, and there's so much depth now on this team.
And
but to your guys' points, they understand themselves, and it all works from Trajan on down. They've got the recipe, the aura that we see with the Lions right now. I can't wait.
I opened up this Pistons conversation for you guys, and here I am chiming in again. Kool-Aid.
Yes, sir.
Here we go. This is how we'll do this. Who's the best player who's the best player and leader for the Oklahoma City Thunder?
Hey, SGA.
Who's the best player and leader for the Boston Celtics? Now, you can say either one of the names, and I don't have a problem with it.
People. I'd say Tatum, but Brown.
Fine.
Brown,
all right. Who's the leader and the best player for the Denver Nuggets?
Joker.
Leader and best player for the Golden State Warriors. And if you say Draymond, I have no problem with that. But
I say Steph.
All right, fine. The Lakers when they won.
Yeah, Bron.
Okay, Milwaukee won in 21. Who's the best player and leader on that team?
Giannis.
All right, you get where I'm going?
Oh, yeah, 100.
You cannot win in this league if your best player is not also the leader of your team. And you have the best player who's also the leader of your team. Because Joel Embiid was the best player in the NBA at one point. He ain't a leader.
Nope.
You can't win like that.
Nope.
Good point.
Luka Doncic was the best player for the Dallas Mavericks.
Not a leader.
Crapping on Pennsylvania again.
100%. Your best player, it just happens to work like that in the NBA. Your best player's got to be your leader if you want to win championships. And that's what you got in Cade Cunningham. That's what I see.
I love that point by you. Cade Cunningham, if you guys have followed the content and the coverage for years, Cade Cunningham was one of the most sure things that I was sure about, that this guy was going to be a star before the contract, man. Hey, before the mega deal contract, and he got there. And there was a lot of people who thought, especially after the injury, that Cade Cunningham wasn't that deal. With some of the turnovers, that he wasn't that deal. And when I got to go down the All-Star break, they asked him this question. And it was, who's the face of the league? And it was interesting to see him look. And he looked at Pistons PR and he said, can I say me? And then the people like, yeah. He was like, me. I love the fact that his face and his whole aura was like, why do I have to say anybody else if that's not what I feel, that's not what I think, and that's not what's going on? Because think about it, KD and some of these other players are talking about Cade based off of runs that we had never seen before.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Then we saw him in games start to ramp it up. Now we see Cade that's fully arrived. And that's why I absolutely love what he's saying there. And another thing that I love about this team, one of the more interesting things, if they sign Beasley, you're talking about 7 3-pointers made a game, 7.5 made a game. But you look at how the attempts were, they were skewed. They were heavily towards Beasley getting a lot of them. This is a team that's not only just has the depth, but they have the ability to have more balance, more three-point shooters in the lineup at a time. So if a three-point shooter is off, you don't have to just rely on that one. That's what sunk them to a degree in the playoffs. When you're talking about a strategic standpoint, their other three-point shooters weren't on. So if Beasley was off, who you relied to take 10 threes a game, well, then that's just it.
I love what you talk about those closed door runs, because there's a lot of players in the NBA that technical difficulties that understand who Cade is, and I think that Cade in a matter of a year has gone from the best kept secret in the NBA to the worst kept secret in the NBA, who is about to put everybody on notice that doesn't know already. I
got a question for you three. And this is something that I wanted the Pistons to address, maybe via a trade or via free agency, but maybe he's on the roster. Who is Cade's Robin on this team right now? Who would you?
Jaden Ivey, baby.
Jaden Ivey?
Jaden Ivey all day long. Don't you think, Kool-Aid?
I still hold out that I don't think that Jaden's a Robin. I still think he has absolute star potential.
Well,
too.
sure.
I 100%. But, yeah, in terms of who is next up, I do still believe it's Jaden Ivey.
Yeah,
100%.
I mean, I think J-Dub is a Batman as well, but he's stuck in a Robin role. And if you've got a tandem that are two Batmans and one you got to call Robin, that's amazing. But don't sleep on, I don't want to call him Catwoman, but Asar, bro.
Okay,
Asar, man. What he's about to do, I think he's going to take the same jump that his brother did because he's got that full offseason. People don't remember or realize he didn't get to play basketball for nearly a year because of that blood clot. And we saw his development late in the season when the minute restrictions were taken off. No minute restrictions this year.
Point to Sar, too. And another player just Jalen Duren. That was the number one lob connection last year, Cade and Duren. And
in the
you're talking
NBA.
about in the NBA. And that was, it was dope. Shout out to the Pistons, man. Got to ask that question during the press conference. They actually clipped the whole thing and put it on socials. And it was cool to hear Jalen Duren talk about the fact that, look, being the number one lob connection, me and Cade, we already said, that's happening every year. Yeah. That's not even a thought. But what we're working on right now, what our goal is to be the number one pick and roll connection in all of the league. That, to me, could put Duren, if he's done anything to improve offensively, like I know Shep, that's one thing he wants, that 10 feet and out. What can he do between 10 and 16 feet? If he's more adept at passing, if he's more adept at operating at that elbow, if he's more adept at pick and pop, short floaters, Jalen Duren could become one of those players that we look up and we're like, why is he averaging 19 and 11 a game with a couple blocks? And he instantly becomes one of those dudes too.
Yeah, I don't think he's shown himself yet. Now, whether it's someone on the team already, it could be, but I don't think they've necessarily shown himself. Jaden Ivey, he got hurt last year as he was starting to play and get that comfortability. But you don't have to ask who the Robin is. All you do have to do is watch Cade. Cade will let you know who that player is going to be.
Good point.
Who Cade starts to hang out with a little bit more on the court. Who Cade talks to more on the court. Who Cade points to more on the court. You'll see who he starts to feel comfortable because this is his team. So the Robin designation is going to come from Cade because it's the comfortability level of him. It's much like a Jared Goff. When you get comfortable with Jared Goff, then you see the ball go out to a wide receiver or a player more. So look to Cade for that.
Yeah, you know what? And just for the trifecta, you've talked about Cade being the guy twice, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
The one thing I probably have said the most on Woodward Pistons is Cade is the straw that stirs the drink. This is a guy who I do believe can put a team on his back without even having that other co-star. One of the things when you say, hey, what about this guy, what about this guy, what about this guy, those stars have to be those stars. Well, there's only a select few, though, who can do it without having star-level help, like we've seen Joker do, without having star-level help. I believe Cade is that level of star, and so I'm glad that you've continued to highlight and focus on the fact that this all starts and ends with Cade Cunningham. JB Bickerstaff, in my opinion, and Trajan, I think that they've done everything to help everything around Cade, in terms of make sure you get the right players in and that the young players can be coached up and know what to do, because they credit JB Bickerstaff with, hey, we now know what to do. But with Cade, this guy's looked like he's known what to do since day one. And as the years have gone on, and now you see the last year of his rookie contract, this man went, All-NBA, probably should have been All-NBA second team. Thank you, old man Steph Curry, for taking that spot. But again, light that fire underneath them. Light the fire underneath them, because I do believe that Cade is a guy who wants it all. And why do I know that? I asked him a question. He straight up said, I want it all. Like, why can't I be the best player in the league? Why shouldn't we think championships? Why shouldn't I think I could be an MVP candidate? And that's why, Bray, I think you've been more on point than anything, bro.
Yeah, no, 100%. Last thing I'll say about that, because we do have to do our picks. I forgot it's Friday. We got to make sure we get our picks in. We need to see what we did last week. But the last conversation is as it relates to Cade. He made NBA Team 3 last year, got your team to the playoffs, played pretty decent at points in that playoff. Now it's time to take the game up to another level. Now we'll be expecting more. Like Anson said, it's no longer a secret. So what does that game look like this year? What are the moves you fall on in the playoffs when you can't get to the basket? Because that was one of the big struggles in the New York Knicks series. When he couldn't get to the basket, the shot selections, it struggled a little bit, and he couldn't shoot the ball from deep. So he needs to find a little bit of that game on the inside, make it easier for himself this season.
And Kool-Aid, it's not Batman and Robin. It's the Justice League. Because we got a big four that are 21, 22,
Speak to my soul,
23, and 24 years old. Yeah. And they will all be extended, and they will all be here through the rest of this decade into the 30s. And, like, all these teams chasing their big three, we already have them here. We already have the four guys here. So anybody else that comes through, whether Ron Holland can put together the game that we saw out of him in Vegas this summer,
bullish on him. I like the young fella.
I'll tell you what.
Shout out Ron Holland, bro.
He was the best player on the floor in every game I watch in Vegas, or he was one of two best players. If he can bring that confidence and capability to the real floor this year, this team is so deep, so talented, and so damn young. Like, we don't have to trade to get our big three. We already have our big four.
And that's what JB Bickerstaff said, too. He said, everyone wants us to go out there and find that guy, and we get it. You have to have that guy, but he believes, and he said this, Our guys are those guys. We're looking for these guys, especially Jaden Ivey, Jalen Durden in the contract year. They're saying, look, bro, we're just worried about ball. We're just worried about going out there and putting forth our best foot and trying to make sure that we do better than we did last year. And you can see it in their eyes. This team, like what I saw before when they were like, yeah, we're going to do something like early on, they didn't know anything. And they openly would state that. Like even Kay was like, I'm still learning. Marcus Sasser, I'm still learning. These guys. But now they're like, no, we know what to do. We were in the playoffs. The league is giving us our kudos. The league is telling us we figured it out because they talked about Asar talked about what it meant to have Jalen Brunson talk about them and what it meant to have Karl Anthony Towns say that was really the toughest team in the NBA we played all season. And now it's like they're realizing that the stuff that JB Bickerstaff was telling them. Good thing that they bought in and didn't fight them because they were already beaten to a pulp into a corner of the room based off the years prior. But they listened, and now think about that. It's almost like a super serum to them. Now they're like going 100%, 150%.
Definitely glad that definitely glad that the players are buying into what JB Bickerstaff has to say because you saw where it got them last year. Anson, tell the fans why they should buy into Buddy's Pizza.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Well, they're the legends. And they created the pizza
Hold on, bro.
that is taking over the damn nation, guys. Listen.
That was clean.
The original Detroit-style pizza, that was created and invented by Buddies. All right? Listen, all over the country, you can get Detroit-style pizza now. But they took the pan. They put the ingredients in. Back in the 40s, they created it. All right? 1946, it started. 46. We're now 2025, 22 locations throughout Michigan. There's one near you. 79 years they've been doing it, and they've been a dedicated community partner in Detroit and an awesome partner here with us at Woodward's. So we're going to let you guys save 10% off your entire order using that promo code right above my head. You see it there, 10 meal. Once again, that's 10 MEAL. Enter that when you head on over to buddiespizza.com and get yourself that Detroit style deep dish for that Tigers game tonight.
Look, Detroit fans and Michigan fans, Michigan State fans, this could be a very, very stressful weekend for you, but it could be a very rewarding weekend. We got the Tigers, we got the Lions, Michigan State, all in action. Red Wings, I think, are in action. Yeah, they are in action tomorrow night as well. But if you're looking to get rid of some of that stress, upgrade your relaxation game, you head over to Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest, located near the corner of Woodward and Long Lake Road. Experience luxury comfort with Dr. Eric Duncan, the wellness doc. He's a wonderful guy, by the way, super cooperative with you in all your needs. Creator of the top YouTube massage chair review channel. Book a visit at www.massagechairhouse.com or just scan that QR code above my head. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. The Tigers are the best team in baseball. Get the best coverage in Detroit right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Every Skubal start, every green homer, and all the action can be followed on all of our social media. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. It's World Series or bust, Detroit, and we are here for the ride. Woodward Sports. shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com.
Hey, look, I need you guys to go ahead and get a jump on things. You see that QR code above my head. Go ahead and make sure you guys scan it, because there's a lot of information here, but it's stuff that you guys want to be a part of. If you're looking for the ultimate pickleball experience, check out Wicked Pickle. It is Metro Detroit's hottest indoor pickleball spot. With 10 climate-controlled courts, they have daily open play for all levels, including beginners like Ryan and I, and a chill lounge with TVs, ping pong, and cold drinks. It's always game on, rain or shine. Ryan, I know you don't want to do this, but we're going to have you and I are going to have to go out there and hit that content.
Yeah,
we're going to.
We might have to.
We're going to have to do this, man. Look, if you're throwing a party or team event, they can host groups from 10 to 200. And don't miss the APA Michigan Gold Cup, November 22nd through the 23rd. Sign up at pickleballtournaments.com or scan that QR code above my head. And make sure you mark those calendars for Woodward Sports Pickleball Party, January 9th. Details are coming soon.
Yeah, I will say the pickleball community is the nicest group of people I've ever been around. And when I went 0-5 in my one experience, the worst part about it is they were giving me and my friend points. I know that ball was out off me, but they're like, "Nah, young buck, we'll give you the points, keep you in it." And I'm like, "Oh gosh." But anyway, all right, Tigers, big one tonight. Lions on Sunday. I got the odds for you right here when you go to Caesar Sportsbook to place your bets here today. Tigers are the betting favorite right now, plus 420 for Kerry Carpenter to hit a home run, and Skubal's line is at 9.5 strikeouts. But if you're going to use those bets, make sure you use code Woodward1000, the official sportsbook of us here at Woodward Sports. Minimum bet of just $20, maximum bet of $1,000. If your bets don't hit, which if you use those ones, they're going to hit. You get the deposit right back. Use code Woodward1000 or scan that QR code above my head.
I would have to disagree with you, Ryan. The nicest community is the cannabis community, but that's not
okay. But that's 9.5 Ks is the line.
I don't think Ryan will argue with you on that.
Listen, I'm going to go back to it. This is a blessing from the baseball gods. A 9.5 line for your guy in the clincher. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be. It can't miss TV tonight. Make sure you join us here for the Woodward Watch Party. Nick Koloff and I will be covering the Tigers. So
hey, shout out Nick Koloff, man. Best in the game.
Shout out Nick Koloff. He texted me yesterday. I got to text him back. My apologies. I'm terrible with that. I tend to forget. The Phillies lost yesterday. Just real quick, and we'll get into our picks. You know, we crack jokes about Phillies. Hey, you never want to see a guy have to go through that. It was a horrible play for the picture. You know, you get in these moments, these pressure cookers, and, you know, now your mind goes haywire. That's why a lot of times you ask these questions, like when you're playing as a young guy in these big games, these big moments, like something that he's done for 20 years, was pitch coming to him, it's 2 outs, he know to make the throw at first, that's where the throw is, and in this moment, he glitched.
Yeah.
He glitched.
You know, I was a good ball player.
I don't like seeing people win like that. I mean, you have to win how you win, but damn, that's tough.
It was the responsibilities, you know, like where I was supposed to be if the ball got passed or things like that. And in the heat of the moment, that's where my shortcomings would, you know, I might not be where I needed to be on a pass ball or something like that. And you can practice and practice and practice and do all the right things and hit all your pitches and have your location, and something so small can change your whole year.
We had a receiver on our team when I played for Michigan. I'm not going to say his name, put his business out here, but he was there when I was there, and I'm talking about he caught everything in practice. I'm talking about lights out in practice, ran good routes, had good hands, like would jump over people, like he would marshal, he was athletic, like he legit could play. Like I thought he would legit be my competition. In fact, I was competing against him, but whenever he was in the game, like whenever he couldn't translate it to the game, like he couldn't make those same catches on DBs against opposition. He couldn't make those plays on third down at the big house, you know. And he had a couple opportunities at it. Some people just can't take the field to the game because they can't get out of their mind. There's the difference between the guys that get to the next level, the guys that go second round, the guys that go top 5. It's the mental. It's not the athletic ability. Like we all had the same, not the same, but we all to some extent. It's athletes.
Oh, yeah.
But it's what's between the ears is how you get further and further and further at this game.
Shout out
100%.
Stanley Edwards.
Hey, my dad loved him to death, man. You know what I'm saying? My mom wasn't too bad in her own right. All right, Lions pick. Let's get him in. We got 11 minutes to the show's over. Also, we got to get to the mailbag. This has been a hell of a show. We appreciate Smoothie King Lee Foundation for the Smoothie King High School Athlete of the Week. And congrats to Kate Berghoff of Mercy High School. It's a great conversation we had. Go back, watch that. Promise you will enjoy it. Here we go. Let's rock and roll. Let's get around. I got the sheet. We'll keep the tabs, if you will. First game, Broncos, Jets. Ill. Ill. Broncos, Jets.
The Broncos.
Bronx. All right, here we go. You know what?
Yeah.
Give your boy AG some love.
It's the Sean Payton Bo
2 weeks ago when you told me to when he lost. I'm not super impressed with the Broncos. I feel like this could be.
He's talking himself into it.
Like, this could be the one.
It's a trap.
You know what? Since I'm wearing another team's jersey, give me the Jets. I have to have
Jets.
some loyalty out here. All right.
Gary V would be proud of you.
There we go. I appreciate that.
Ultimate team.
Give me the Jets. Aaron,
Ultimate team.
come on now. Hold me down, AG. All right, here we go. Seahawks, Jags. Are you buying the 4-1 Jags, Anson?
No.
Okay, so we got sea chickens for you?
Yes, sir.
Sea chicken.
That's Anson's favorite.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm going to take Seattle.
Oh, actually, that's he and KG.
Yeah.
All right, you
Sea
going
chickens. I like it, though.
What do you got?
Yeah, the Sam Darnolds.
You got the Sam Darnold. I don't
They
know.
miss him in Minnesota, don't they?
Jags still at home, and they just beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Emotional win. Can they show the crowd?
I think they're going to have that letdown.
Fraud.
I think they're going to have a letdown. I think that they're
You
still
think they're going to have a
decent.
letdown?
I just think it's just that post-win. You beat the Chiefs letdown.
I see no run game out of the Sea Chickens. Give me the Jags.
I think T-Law's finger's still stuck in his nose. He's
Sam
not winning
Darnold
that
legacy game. It's loading.
In
Look
that
at
case,
Bryce.
three picks. And you see what the Jags did. They just got another DB by the name of Newsome, who we wanted here. They're making moves. They believe that defense is real.
Defense is real.
That defense is real. Give me the. You know what? Give me the Jags. Actually, I think they might. I think they might cook Seattle. All right, here we go.
Chicken for dinner.
Chargers, Dolphins. The offensive line for the Chargers is decimated.
3 guys gone.
I'll get it started off. Give me the Chargers.
I'm still going Chargers.
Who are they playing?
Dolphins.
The tuna of the sea.
I tell you, they kind of look a little more efficient without Tyreek Hill out there. But no, they're not good.
Yeah, the tuna of the NFL.
They are not good. I'll go with Jim, the cheater, and the Chargers.
Get out of here.
I'm going to go with Jim, the national champion, Harbaugh, in a 10-point win.
Thank you, Ryan.
Asterisk.
Who you got, Kool-Aid?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm definitely going with the Chargers.
All right, going with the Fighting Jimmys. Here we go. Rams, Ravens. I'll get us started in this one.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be Matthew Stafford and the Rams. Give me Rams.
Is Lamar back?
I don't care.
Well, you got to care because that's another trap game. It's the same thing, man. Their backs against the wall. They can't lose anymore. Where's the game?
It's in Baltimore. You going
Lamar
Baltimore?
plays, I'm going Baltimore. Stop the bleeding.
Lamar can't play defense, and they still got 6 other star defenses.
Out of that line.
Unless he's over there playing DB, unless he's playing rush in, unless he's throwing the ball to himself because the wide receivers can't.
I won't be here to answer for it, so it's okay. Because when I called Indiana Jones and the Colts winning a couple of weeks, you guys laughed at me. They won.
Yeah, 100%.
I wasn't here to celebrate it, though.
We'll celebrate it now because they are one of the best teams in the AFC and one of the best teams in the NFL.
How about
Believe
that?
in Shane Steichen. All right, where are you going? Give me an answer.
I thought, which was the question? Chargers Dolphins?
No, Rams. Ravens.
I said Ravens.
Okay.
Ravens. As long as Lamar plays. If he doesn't play, then Rams all day.
All right, what you got?
Cooper Rush ain't beating the Rams.
Rams by at least 10.
Rams.
Rams. There we go. All right. Hey, all right. Here we go. Cardinals. Colts.
Colts.
Ooh, Colts.
Mazda Marv. No thanks.
I'll go Colts.
This is one of those letdown games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm feeling this for the Cardinals, to be honest.
Cardinals lost in heartbreaking fashion. I still don't like the Colts. I'm going Cards.
You're going with the Cardinals?
Don't sleep on Indiana Jones.
All right. I want to take the Cardinals because of the loss, and this just feels like the game where you're reminded that it still is the Colts. However, I'm going to take the opposite. I think that Cardinals game against the Titans and that loss, I think that depleted the Cardinals' energy. I think it depleted their spirit.
It didn't help their spirit.
Give me the Colts. Cowboys, Panthers. Four for the Cowboys.
This?
Cowgirls.
It's in Charlotte.
Wow. Cowboys.
Cowboys,
not?
yeah, by a mile.
They've
been looking better. I don't even want to pick them, but I can't even be.
Patriots,
fake.
Saints. I'm going with. Speaking of young quarterbacks,
Bryce.
Drake May.
Oh, okay. New England.
Drake
looks
May.
Good.
Give me Drake May.
New England.
All right.
Sweet.
I will agree.
This is a nasty
The house
game
that Tom
right
Brady
here.
built.
The Pittsburgh Steelers versus
No off.
Cleveland
Take
Browns.
the under.
Side note, do you know the Cleveland Browns are paying 8 quarterbacks right now?
8?
They're playing 8 quarterbacks right now. They're paying Deshaun Watson 35. They're paying Jameson Williams 2.2. They're paying Flacco
to be a
1.1
to be a Bengal.
They're playing or 2 million. They're paying Dylan Gabriel 1.1. They're paying Kenny Pickett $8K. They're paying Shador $955K. They're paying somebody that's not even there. What's his from UCLA? DTR.
Okay.
Oh, Datorian
There you
Thompson
go.
Robinson.
Pay him
And the best of all of them doesn't even get to dress on
I
game
was gonna say,
day.
and
They're paying
Bray,
8 quarterbacks right now.
Bray, how
Huh?
many of those quarterbacks would you have taken on your Browns team?
One.
Out of the
One.
Deshaun before the foolishness was amazing.
You mean like 6 years ago?
Yeah, it was amazing.
You taking a flyer on Shador?
Hell yeah, he is.
Shador and Bray.
I take Flacco like
Dude, the two of them would be such a tandem.
Shador and Bray.
Shador would be like, I just throw it up, Bray, go get it.
That'd be crazy.
Why does that have me so excited too, Kool-Aid?
I had to slap
Bray is
Shador.
like,
I would love to see that.
Hey, ball. Hey, stole me the ball. Put the watches up. All right, here we go. Browns and Steelers. Give me. Who the hell is even playing quarterback for the Browns?
it is Dylan
Gabriel?
Gabriel, and
And he
officially
looked
Shador is quarterback 2.
And Dylan looked mildly capable as a full-time starter. this
He
last
tiny.
week.
He looked
Give me
And
Aaron Rodgers.
mildly
Hey,
capable.
but Aaron,
give me Mr. 42, Aaron Rodgers.
Give me Mr. First pick in the 2005 NFL draft. My name's Aaron Rodgers.
That was a very funny story.
I love
Very,
that
very
story.
funny.
I'm gonna ride with my playoff team, the Steelers.
yeah, Steelers.
All right, Titans, Raiders, and this is probably the nastiest game of the week. This is real nasty work having these two teams play. Okay, outside of Ashton Genty, there is nothing to turn into for this game. Oh, excuse me, Brock Bowers.
Bowers may or may not be back.
But their quarterback is abominable. He's turned back into the pumpkin that he used to be. Like,
Yeah.
the ball is over. It is now not even midnight. It's 3:45 in the morning, and you're late.
Has Cam
Bear
won a game
goggles
yet?
not even helping.
Yeah, he won last week. They beat the Cardinals.
Really
I'm
good
gonna
ending
go
drive.
Raiders.
He actually didn't look
I'm gonna go
terrible.
Raiders.
Give me the Titans.
I'm going Titans as well.
I'm going
He
Titans.
looked good last
Tighten
week.
up. Yeah.
I'm going to tighten up on this one. 49ers and the Bucks, probably the
Game of the week.
Probably the game of the week.
Aside from that one out in Kansas City.
I disagree with that. I
No,
think
this is the game. of the
this
week.
is the game.
And where is that played?
This is in Tampa.
But
I'm going Bucks.
At some point, does Baker lose one in the clutch? You got Mr. Mac Jones right now. He's looking like a quarterback that was deserving of a first round draft pick. He's got the moxie going. He's got the team behind him. He's got a wide receiver in Kendrick Bourne that he knows from his time in New England.
And
I
they
should have
looked real
started
good.
him over Devontae Smith. But anyway,
Yeah, Juwan Jennings comes back this week. Still a little banged up. Obviously, McCaffrey's been everything. Kittle not going to be there. Baker's just playing too damn good. They're at home. Give me the Bucks.
Bucks for you, Kool-Aid.
oh yeah, definitely the Bucks, man. I'm
Bucks
looking
for
for
you.
the bake show.
Ryan looks like he's
Bucks.
thinking.
Oh,
Bucks
Bucks.
for you. Yeah, I got Baker as my MVP. So right now,
On his way.
but you got 4. You know, typically when they say 4, it's gonna go the other way.
Just like the
Do I
Baltimore
change
and the
to
Lions.
49ers? All right, I'm leaving with the Bucks. Bengals, Packers. This is going to be. This should be a blowout for the Packers. I think the Packers need a game. Like, they need a game. Like, no one's talked about them.
Is this
They had
in
a
Lambeau?
bye week. This is in it's in Lambeau.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they win
I
that
think they
game,
obliterate
but
them.
Joe Flacco has 2 new shiny toys, and he's going to get the ball to them. That game will be closer than you think, but Green Bay.
They're going to throw at least 15 go routes in that game.
Oh, man.
It's like,
he's going to throw 54 times.
They're going to give him the play call. Look, I don't got time for that. Yo, T, you go that way. Jamar, you go that way. And look, Brown, you just check down. Let's get this thing cracking. Packers by a lot.
I think it's
I'll go.
I think 3 to 4 turnovers for Joe Flacco. And I think Rashawn Gary has 2.5 sacks.
Go Pack, go. Give me the Packers.
Go Pack, go.
Yeah, and I'm going to go with my heart over my head here, and I'm just going to pick the Browns. I know that the Packers are the team that's probably going to win the Bengals, but I'm just going to go with my heart over my head instead. Bengals.
The Joe Flacco ingredient.
It's
Joe
my personal
Flacco, that's
beef
nuts.
with the Packers.
All right, here we go. The game of the night. It will be the Detroit Lions versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Anson, I already know.
Yeah, don't make me repeat it.
That you're standing on business, so that's fine.
Here, say
Ryan. And this one too. You got to give me a spread. Lions. Ooh. Lions for you, Kool-Aid. I ain't had to ask Kool-Aid. The Chiefs, Lions.
Careful them receipts, Bray.
Uh-oh.
Do you want me to go?
I put mine down.
Ooh, it's dramatic.
He just wrote it down and speak it.
Oh, I was supposed to say.
You gotta say it out loud.
No, I got the Lions.
Woo!
I got the Lions.
Let's go.
I got
the Lions.
Again, I don't think the Lions are going to let this game get into the.
This is going to be a close game. Like, this is going to be one of those games where Jake Bates is going to have to pull out the magic leg at the end of the game.
Prime time entertainment, baby.
I just believe, and it has nothing to do with
Sunday
them
night?
being not as good as the.
NFL don't want to blow out.
100%. It's Arrowhead. It's Andy Reid. It's Patrick Mahomes. They know that place. They know that stadium, and they know this space, the big game. They'll figure it out to play with the Lions,
100.
but the Lions will win the game late. And then Monday Night Football, you have 2 games. You got your Bills, Falcons, and you got the Bears, Commanders. I'll start it off. Bills over Falcons for me.
Yes, sir.
Yep, Bills.
And then this is the battle of who is the best in the draft. And as Anson told me, even before the draft happened, the better quarterback was the cyborg from LSU. So give me the Commanders over the Bobcats.
This is an interesting revenge game. You remember it was a
Hail Mary.
Hail Mary that finished that one off last time. Jaden looked a little rusty coming back from injury, but the cyborg trumps the catfish every time.
All right, there we go. And then
Anson, you got some crazy just comparisons. Like your names, I like them. I'm gonna go with the cyborg as well.
There you go.
All right.
This is Anson's unique skill trait. His unique talent.
I like to hand down nicknames.
I got the picks.
New York Peasants is my favorite.
Those are our picks. I will put them in the vault, which rests down there, and we'll talk about it. Look, this has been a hell of a week, man. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate everybody that's been a part of this week. We appreciate Kate Berghoff and her family. Congrats. Again, can't wait till you get that Smoothie King card, and you get to use that all next year and get some of that merch. Anson.
Michael Wary, it's going to you, buddy.
100. What do you do?
Lolich winning Game 7, 1968 against Gibson. That touches me here because I grew up next to Mickey Lolich. We got Game 5 tonight. So, my man, this prize.
Tigers prediction right now. Tigers prediction. Here we go.
5-3 Tigers.
5-3 Tig. Ryan.
4-1 Detroit.
4-1 Tags.
Hey, 3-2 Tigers.
3-2 Tigers. Be easy. What you got? 6-3.
Ooh.
I'm going 6-3 for the boys in the 3-1-3. I'm
going
going
Skubs doing tonight.
6-3, 100%. Look, we appreciate you guys. Thank you for all that you do. We'll keep this thing rocking and rolling. I'll see you next week. Enjoy your weekend. And oh, by the way, go Tigers.
Ever wonder what goes on inside the game?
Deep ball's got a man and got him. Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Join Braylon Edwards and Shep.
Edwards has it. 10-5, touchdown.
On the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Ball looks in zone. Got Edwards for the touchdown.
Where they dive deep into the heart of sports. Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m., they're bringing you expert analysis, exclusive interviews, and a fresh perspective on the sports you love. Don't miss it, only on the Woodward Sports Network.